Boom, boom.
I guess it's not working. And I guess we're live. I tried to do the countdown, but it didn't work.
It went straight to live.
Yeah.
Straight to
People,
live.
people, people, people. People. I don't know who's on. We really don't care. God bless to everybody. I want to start the show as always. Dear God, Heavenly Father, thank you for this podcast. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for my brother Ed bringing him here. You know, all the years, all the stuff we've been through, what he's been through. He's my brother. I love him. I know he loves me. He's got my back. I got his. The same way I wish everybody could feel it outside. You know, everybody watching in the chat and everything. I hope all, you know, you and your families are blessed. I hope, you know, that the Lord can put some smiles on your faces, you know, whatever your denomination is. But I ask that, you know, the Lord, that you please watch after the young kids, you know, from abuse or any kind of, you know, whether it's physical, mental, you know, anybody, addicts, inmates, veterans, anybody who's dealing with something that they really don't know how to, you know, get out of, and anybody who's dealing with racism and bias to just be so disrespectful that they don't even want to hear another person. That's what this thing's about. You know, people, you know, they think they know people. They should just take a deep breath. When you said only I can judge, you meant because no one of us is better than the other. And I say thank you for this opportunity of life. Thank you for all you've blessed me, and I hope you keep blessing everyone else. In your name we pray, man.
Amen. Praise you.
Bang. Let's see who's in here. Who's on, Argo? Because guess what? It's about to be a good one. MRE, Fertilizer. Miss Can't Be Wrong. Who we got? Cinema. Where's Balfour? Argo. There he is. Kingston. All right, so this is what we're going to do. I told you I'm trying to break out of the bullshit, the monotony, the craziness. So what I want to do is introduce not only my brother from another mother. What I want to do is let you guys know how much, like, people judge and they look at people. And whether it's race, color, how you look, how you talk, there's always some kind of judgment and ignorance and trolls. You know, me and him, we don't share that, you know. That's just the way that it is. But his journey in life, I think you guys will be very impressed with. I mean, it's not something just your average guy. Oh, I did time, you know, I came home, I did this, I did that. Definitely no. This is a veteran here, number one. How many wars were you in?
2.
2 wars. 2. I told you I'm bringing you content. War, what's up, brother? So let me just start by this, because I think it's imperative that people know, you know, what this guy is, who he is, and what he's about. And I have some stuff right here. If you give me 1 second, you know, just some notes that, all right. So first off, everybody, this is my brother. This is Ed. I don't know if you want to give me your old government nickname. Steak. This is Steak.
Philly cheesesteak.
Philly cheesesteak. So Ed is a Army combat vet. So what I would say is I'm going to just ask him to maybe give you a little bio, maybe to break down the beginning, and then I'll interject here and there and, you know, ask some questions to maybe what, if you guys want to ask him anything. But I think if you hear his story and his journey, it's pretty freaking, it's pretty crazy all around the world. 2 wars, I mean, prison, I mean, college, 5 kids, talk about street guy. And it's an understatement.
Did it all.
Militant. I mean, went into, real quick, I don't want to break anything. I don't want to do you, I don't want to get ahead, but was it correct? You're going to tell the story. When you went into the prison, you didn't know anybody.
Oh, I ain't know a soul.
And that was in Colorado?
One person, yeah.
Nobody.
Colorado.
We're going to get to that, though. So let me see who else is in here. War, okay, send him off. King Tonka, what's up, brother?
Colorado.
Michael, man. Just going to be a good one, I'm telling you. So this is Ed, a.k.a. State. And you're how old, Ed, now?
51.
51. Look at this dude.
51 years
Who's
old.
solid as a rocket. And I know you guys see the bag behind there, so don't even, you know. But
I finished hitting that too.
yeah, right. Just got done working out. So his journey starts in, I believe, a little place called Southwest Philadelphia.
Definitely 60K, 60th King Sesson.
So there's a yeah, go ahead. King Sesson Avenue, 60th and King Sesson Avenue, Southwest Philadelphia.
Little block called Southford Street. If you're familiar with Southwest, then you'll know Southford Street between 59th and 60th.
Well, most of these people you have, look, one guy's from Texas, Florida, Connecticut.
Okay.
There's not
all
really
over
too
the
many.
country, the world.
All over the world. Yeah,
Gotcha.
everybody. Even some UK people sometimes.
Okay.
Right now there's other shows going, but this is once people know and see, a veteran and everything,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'll start really rocking. And these people
Definitely.
in here, they're all great guys. So there's a little place called Southwest Philadelphia. And he can tell you. Go ahead. I mean,
born and raised, moved on a block called Southford Street like in 1973. I think I was about 2 years old.
yeah.
First black family on this block. It was the
First black family.
on the block I moved on. You know what I mean? So I done seen it transform from what it was to what it became. You know what I'm saying? Come from a family of 6. Mom had 6 kids.
6 kids his mother had.
I was the baby.
The baby.
You know what I mean? Spoiled brat. If you the baby, you know what I mean? You know, that's spoiledness.
Yeah.
Man. That was me. You know what I mean? So,
Let me
you know.
come over a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. Get in there. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So, growing up in Southwest Philly, man, it was a different, because Southwest was like the last part of like the inner city of Philly
Oh,
that really be
definitely,
migrated
man. Yeah.
with everybody. So
Yeah.
Southwest was like had people from North,
Definitely,
Germantown, South
definitely.
Philly, West Philly. Everybody was migrating to Southwest.
Oh,
you had
definitely,
a whole lot of
definitely.
different, different attitudes, different way of living, talk, all that. Until
Definitely.
Southwest to the 80s came.
So when you moved there, when you started getting about a certain age, so because I grew up on 67th and Greenway, like right around Bonifant. You know what I mean?
Right.
Most of my family was from up Reading and 62nd. So did you feel like when you were the first black family, how did it feel like? Was it an easy welcome? Because like you heard my mom say she wasn't welcome.
It definitely, I mean, for the most part in the beginning, like, the only problem we really had one time was when, matter of fact, this is a story right here. So I was about 3 maybe. So, when you're young, you remember trauma more than you remember anything else.
Oh yeah.
So I was about 3. So I remember my mom, it was a store called Dick's on the corner, Ralph's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so my mom, they used to have stools in there, like the soda, you know what I mean? I mean, the little twisty joint. So my mom had me in there. She had me in her arms. So this man told my mom, he was like, I don't know exactly what happened, what he said to her. I don't remember the words, but I remember just a fight with me. But my mom had me in her arms.
You were in your mother's arms. Okay.
And she's fighting some man. All the way from 60th and King Sesson to Southward Street. So it was like a half a block.
Yeah, half a block.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the only real thing that I remember that was kind of bad. I mean, as far as like some race shit. That was the only thing. Yeah, that was about it. Other than that, I mean, shit. I didn't really know a difference until black people start moving in. Some real shit. I ain't know the difference.
Like, black people,
that's when I started.
They always say that shit too. So as people's moving in, you're starting to get to a certain age. How old was it that you say you probably jumped off the porch, as they say, the youngins? I mean, we say, dipping our feet, whatever,
so
first pack, whatever you want to say.
13, 14.
See, 13 years old.
13, 14. Times changed, though. 13, 14 back then.
It was like nothing.
Way different than it is now. Like, we was way more advanced, way more mature.
Yeah.
Thought process, I mean, like, so I jumped off the porch about 12, 13.
Now, when you jumped off, like, what was the first, because I'm telling you guys right now, I might see a little calm, but this story is going to get better as it keeps going. So the neighborhood, you're 13, you're starting to, jump off the porch, you're meeting people.
Yeah. So
now, what intrigued you? What was the first thing, man? Because obviously, I know for me, I seen a dude with a car with a lot of stereo and rims, and that material shit just caught my eye, man. And we were poor growing up. We didn't have shit. Government cheese, government peanut
Yeah,
butter.
I mean, you know, everybody went through that. I kind of, I ain't gonna say I was the rich kid on the block, but you know what I mean. Like I was kind of like, you know, I kind of had everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, so, but first thing first, we gotta talk about meeting my friends, the Hit Hard Boys.
Oh yeah.
So, just when I jumped off the porch.
That was a little click.
Yeah,
so this is building
boys.
up. So
yeah,
60th, and the Hit Hard Boys was, you know, our other brothers.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You know, I'm telling you, like, this is not just a dude. This is family, man. And Joe, what's up, brother? You know, like this, so
he's 2 years behind me. He graduated 91, right?
91, yeah. So how many guys were in the Hit Hard?
So you got to figure all the blocks right there.
Yeah. They had a bunch, right?
So yeah, we might have started off with probably.
Was Zagging in there already?
Yeah. So you have to go Greenway, Upland, Ronhard.
So you guys had some numbers, man. You had some
King
people.
Sesson, Southern Street, Redfield Street, Almond Street, Chester Avenue.
Yeah.
So all these blocks was together. All young boys.
Yeah.
12, 13, 14, 15.
Who you got? Like maybe 50?
50, 60. Man, I can't even count. Like 50. I can't even remember everybody, but it was a lot of us.
So 50 and 60 people together now, and this is just because, you know, I have to ask as always, because, you know, I feel like for me, just because the parents in the house don't mean nothing.
Right.
Now, your pop was around, right?
Yeah. They wasn't together, but
I'm saying, like, a lot of people, even my friends, your friends, like, father wasn't there.
Yeah.
A lot of that was attributed to that. Like, you know what I mean? The gangs.
It definitely was.
That's where you find the love at, right?
It definitely was. Yeah, I mean, so, yeah, I was lucky to have my mom and dad. Yeah, I mean, in my life. I mean, very lucky. Like, I got both of their swags. I got both of their tempers. I got both of their fighting skills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got.
If you guys can't see, man, that ain't. Look at this dude, man.
I got good energy.
This guy, look at this dude, man. You guys. So look, now it's Hit Hard Boys, and now you're getting older. You're seeing some stuff. You're doing some stuff, and now I remember, you know, you were talking about, you know, the JBM stuff, and because I remember all them cats, and
so Corner Boy.
Our neighborhood, there was another little clique. You know, there was the San Christian, and that was a Black Mafia South Philly, right?
Black Mafia South Philly.
Black Mafia South Philly, and then you had
the M in Southwest.
The JBM was in Southwest.
Yeah, I was a young corner boy. Started off with the horn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, young corner
George,
boy.
it's going to get better, brother. Stay tuned.
Yeah, start off as a corner boy, yeah, I mean, with the M. And so like $100 a day. So
you're how old making 100?
14, 15 maybe. 14, 15, yeah.
14, 15.
$100 a day. At that time, like, that was a lot of money. Yeah, I mean, and that's till we graduated to the packs. Yeah, I mean,
packs.
We got the packs. So you getting today that shit would seem small. But back then, 200 off of 500.
200 off 500.
So you selling 2 of those a day. So $400 a day.
Yeah.
14, 15 years old.
So it's like, why work, man?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah. I mean, when that white girl hit that crack,
oh shit,
it changed everything.
You know, that was put just like, I mean, I believe with the system and all that.
Oh, you already know.
So like now, what was your first? Because you know, we know, like, you changed your whole life, man. You know, just as your family, grandkids, you feel like a lot of, not just, you know, because everybody can just say crack. I mean, right. Obviously people.
Well, I'm gonna say like this. I'm gonna say Generation X, right?
There you go.
That's us. Generation X. We feel our youngest. That's the kids that came after us. We failed them.
Yes, we did.
Reason why I say we failed them is because, like you said, when the 80s came, I remember in my old head.
God bless you, War.
They used to teach us, like, you know, play sports with us, make sure we went to school, tell us to get off the corners, do all that shit. You know what I mean? Even though we still defied them. But we had that.
Yeah.
We had them in our ears. They showing us shit, giving us game. Where we fucked up at when Generation X came, we fucked up and started with the money. So you 12, 13, 14, 15 years old getting money.
Yeah.
We had time to mentor the youngsters behind us. So we kind of dropped the ball on that.
Well, not to cut you off, but most, I mean, if you look at the laws to crack the guidelines and how many fathers were taken from their kids, it left,
so that played a part.
Yeah, it left a big gap where you have the fathers was there, and now they're not because they're getting locked up for crack and they're getting crazy. What was it back? I think coke used to be 1 gram was a year. 1 to 10 grams could be 2 to 4. 10 to 100 grams could be 3 to 6 or 4 to 8, however it went. But now I think crack and coke is the same.
Yeah, they finally made it the same.
But so many fathers, though, were, I attribute like that, taking them in so much time, like never really about rehabilitation or giving somebody a job or some kind of legislation that would not just throw them away. I mean, it's got to be so much troubling on a kid. Imagine a kid being young trying to survive and your dad's nowhere to be found.
Well, you know that was all a part of the master plan. Yeah. You know, they plan, you know, the ones you don't see, they plan, you know, 10 years ahead, 20 years ahead. So that was all in the plan to make sure that happened, you know, to get the economy rolling.
Sorry, War, yeah.
I mean, get the economy rolling with building the prisons, creating job creation, building prisons, and you got private prisons, and you got, you know, it just was a funneling of money. Yeah, I mean, so one hand fed the other. The crack fed the prison system. You get what I'm saying? So making money, living a fast life, and then you had the other side of it.
Yeah. I mean, well, you know our neighborhood. I mean, even though I was on the other side, I mean, it was 2 mob hits in our neighborhood. There was on your side though, man. I was really like, there was a lot of no talk, and I mean, it was some serious stuff. Yeah, serious, you know, part of the neighborhood where
when that gunplay came, got really heavy, man. I couldn't even count how many brothers I lost, how many friends I lost. Man.
A lot. Like, I just can't believe Ern, man. Believe that shit?
I was just thinking about him the other day.
Man. Like, so
and it's like we can't do nothing because we're not up there.
No, we get nothing
unless we have a lot of bread to get up there to do investigations, and then we out of town. So
and then we got to get
that really fucked me up. Exactly. That kind of fucked me up right there, not being able to do that. But just seeing
for Ern, man, I'm gonna hit this for Ern because he would love that show.
And he was actually supposed to come to Florida.
Remember that shit? Yeah, man. I heard they were telling me about that. Yeah. So now, like, you're growing up. So now it's like, when was your first run-in? Like, your first time? Like, when you were locked up, did you get locked up at all when you were a kid like that, or not really?
No. See, juvenile, no. The most I ever did was in the back of a paddy wagon.
Oh, that's cool.
And this back in the day. So
they used to
in
talk
the 80s,
and throw you out.
and then take you home. No, they'd take you home to your house, to your mom's house, and go knock on the door. The cops used to do this shit. If they caught you out there, delinquent, they took us. It was probably like 10 of us in a paddy wagon.
You want your kid?
Yeah. Where you live at? Right here.
Because they knew the ass whooping that we were getting.
Exactly.
Like, that's what happened in our neighborhood.
Cops in the community had a good relationship.
Yeah. And that's a whole different topic.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I think that's one of the biggest things too. But
it was that was a good thing because cops gave you a chance.
So when you went to the military, how old were you?
I graduated, so I was 18.
So
I went in 6 days before my 19th birthday.
So did you know through high school that's what you wanted to do, or was that more? So what made you? It's a veteran right here. Let's hear the story.
So
what made you want to sign up?
So
thank you for your service, brother.
So no problem. So all right. So I can go back to World War I as family members. So great grandfather, World War I, grandfather, World War II in Korea, uncle, Vietnam, and then me and my brother, Desert Storm.
Guys, you
Somalia,
listening? You listening?
Operation Restore Hope.
Hold on, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
So
World War
I.
Who fought there?
My great grandfather.
His great grandfather, World War I.
Grandfather, World War II. And Korea. Uncle, Vietnam. Me and my brother, Desert Storm.
Him and his brother, Desert Storm.
Together.
Yeah,
I mean,
where else?
Somalia.
Remember
Black Hawk Down?
That
movie? Go watch that shit. I was there when that
He was there. Black Hawk Down. I'm telling you, man.
Black Hawk Down. So.
Get in the other chats and go tell them people I have a real soldier who went through stuff, and this is my brother.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
Fridays.
Like, War, help me out. Go spread the news. Get them people over here. I don't care who's on. Bring them to this channel. This is, War. God bless, War, for your you guys. I know it sounded boring, but I'm telling you, it's my brother right here.
It's gonna get popping.
It's gonna get popping.
You know what I mean,
so look, you know what? I hope everybody would just get out there and let people know and spread the word. I don't know who's on now, but it doesn't even matter. So now you got you and your brother in Desert Storm and in Somalia.
Yeah.
So now how does that play out? What made you now say what led up to you going in?
So what led me going up? So my mom, that whole school year, my mom kept saying, she's like, what you gonna do after you graduate? So I'm getting money on the corners.
Yeah.
I'm stacking money. I got some stacks in the house. I'm 18, you know what I me?
Yeah. I'll fill them applications for college out later,
so
Mom.
I told her, I was going to go to computer school at what was it called? The Learning Center, this computer, some shit down on 48th and Market.
Yeah.
Whatever that was.
Yeah,
so I was going to go there, but I'm just running game with my mom.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. She asked me, the whole year went past. Then she asked me, like, right before I graduated, she's like, well, what you going to do after you graduate? She all nice about it. I'm like, well, I'm probably, I'm going to fill out some more applications for college. She's like, okay. Summer passed. The whole summer passed. My brother came for my graduation. Summer gone. After summer was over, she said, what you going to do now? I said, well, she said, okay. She said, I know what you're going to do. She said, you're going to go down south with your brother for a while. I'm like,
wow,
go down south. I'm like, come on, Mom. She's like, just go down there for a little while.
Yeah, just go down south.
Now, the reason why she told my brother to come back, because he had just came in June. He came back in September to get me. So
your brother was already, he went there first?
My brother was already in the Army.
So your brother was in the Army.
Yeah, he was already in.
What year was that about?
So this is 90, this is 89.
89.
90, right? Going into the
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so she told me to go down there. I go down there with him.
And I'm thinking to
go give me a job. I graduated 89.
I graduated
91, right?
And so wait, did your brother did he see combat yet or no? Not yet.
No,
okay.
He didn't.
His brother is in the military. He did Army, right?
Yeah.
Boot camp, gets all that done.
Yeah, Airborne Ranger.
And then Airborne Ranger, and then comes back for his brother.
Yeah, comes back. He came back, took me down Fort Jackson, South Carolina with him. He was like, why don't you sign up for the Army?
It's my brother, man.
I'm like,
he's a real soldier
here. Man, I ain't trying to go in the Army. He was like, I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, for real? She was like, do it for me. Who gonna say no? I couldn't say no to my mother.
No, not to your mom.
You know what I mean? So I was like, all right. Crazy thing is the best thing I could ever do. You know what I mean? Best thing I could ever do. But yeah, so I go in 1990. Crazy story though. So I went in a delayed entry program, right? It was 3 months. So I signed up in September and I ain't go until February. The crazy part is I thought I had to go in on February 27th, the day after my birthday. I had to go in February 21st. So I had a big party set up, going away party, birthday party. It didn't work out like that. Yeah,
was it Desert Storm the first that you went there for? Okay.
Yeah, so I ain't get the Desert Storm. So I go to boot camp. I go to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. I go to Fort Benning, Georgia.
Fort Benning, Georgia.
Fort Lee, Virginia. Yeah, I mean, it was my boot camp.
Carmen S. Go ahead.
AIT. And then I went to the infamous Germany.
Germany.
I went to Europe. First time ever on a plane.
Was that 90?
Yeah, 1990. First time ever on a plane.
He was in the Army, Kingston. Now wait, were you with your brother?
No, he was stationed where he was stationed.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you the story how we got to meet up in Desert Storm.
Imagine meeting your brother in Desert Storm.
In the war. In the combat zone.
In the war.
Combat zone.
Come on.
So Desert Storm happened. So Germany, I mean, the war. Crazy part is I told my mom, I was like, I don't want to go in the Army. What if a war starts? She told me, ain't no war going to start, boy. Soon as that war declared war, I called her from Germany. I was like, I told you a war was going to happen. She said, boy, you're going to be all right.
You'll be all right.
I mean,
yeah.
So, get the Desert Storm. I'm in a tanker unit.
Tanker unit,
yeah.
Desert Storm. Wow.
Yeah, so pretty much we was with the I don't know if anybody in the Army, you know, the second ACR, Armored Cavalry Regiment. I mean, he was a part of that group. Yeah, third Infantry Division out of Germany. Yeah, I mean, so we was pretty much there. Not too much combat, more cleanup duty. Ooh. We had the Iraqis, like they really was surrendering, like running up to the trucks. This shit was crazy. It was like a movie scene. Like if y'all saw like the video clips and shit like that, that's how it was really happening. They was like running up to us, throwing their weapons down, talking about we surrender. Like we had the shit that we had, the fucking our artillery. Tank, yes, they were like pretty much like precision guided missiles.
Now, did you meet your brother at this point yet?
So no, we get there.
Arthur, no, because this guy right here, you know what he does? You love Arthur. Guess what he does every day? He goes on a show and he finds like any kind of accolade for anybody, you know, service member who's killed or whatever. So he always, you know, memorializes them every day in somebody's show. Arthur, he Desert Storm, Somalia, and now he's about to tell how he met his brother in Desert Storm.
So yeah, I mean, I'm in bed one night. So we in a cot. We in a tent, big ass cot. So I had somebody come to the door and they like, Harris. So I pop up, I'm like, yeah. He's like, he came walking back there. Yeah, I mean, my brother was stocky too. He stocky like me. He was bigger than me. He stocky. He came walking back there. And I'm like, I clicked my light on. I'm like, oh, shut up. Jumped up and grabbed him. Was like, we hugging and shit. I'm like, bro, how you find me? He was like, Mom told me to come find you. He left. Listen, the story he told me, he left his unit. Him and one of his homies jumped in a deuce and a half. Stole a deuce and a half because they wasn't supposed to leave. Stole it. The first sergeant came out, tried to stop them. He said he told the first sergeant, I gotta go find my brother or my mom gonna kill me. This is what he told the first sergeant. He said he was gonna run the first sergeant over in the motherfucking deuce and a half truck. He said, I gotta go find my brother or my mom gonna kill me. This is the story. Like he came and felt me. Like this boy, how he felt me, he was in the phone. We had like phone centers. He said that somebody approached him and was like, yo, you look just like somebody in my unit. So my brother looked, I'm gonna show y'all a picture of my brother. He said, yo, you look like somebody in my unit. And he was like, his name Harris. He was like, yeah. He was like, that's my brother. Where is he? He's like, I'm looking for him. This is how the universe works. Yeah, I mean, the universe works in them ways, them good ways like that.
Yeah, karma.
See somebody else, good karma. What you put out, what you get back.
Definitely.
But anyway, so he follows him back to where I'm at. Yeah, I mean, crazy part is, man, we had pictures and everything, man. But when I got booked, somebody, my ex-wife, I don't know what she did. Something happened to all my flicks, man. All my flicks with my weapons. And I'm so distraught about that. I'm still distraught about that. Over 20 years that this shit has been going, and I'm distraught about all them pictures, man. Because I had some fly-ass pictures with weapons.
They took them all?
Took all my pictures, man.
Who did?
I don't know. Somebody probably she was fucking with when I was locked up. Who knows? I don't know. Somebody stole all my shit though. But I had so many pictures.
My friend had a deuce and a half camoed out and would drive around town.
Yeah, yo, I learned how to drive a stick on a deuce and a half. That's how I learned how to drive a stick shit.
Oh, really?
On a deuce and a half. Yeah, that's how I learned how to drive a stick in Saudi Arabia, in Kuwait, in Iraq. This is where I learned how to do a drive a stick shit in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, so is that considered like a Willys Jeep? What is that?
No, deuce and a half is like it's so I guess 2.5 tons. How big it is?
Troop
transport. You know.
Oh
whatever.
yeah, I got you. Yeah,
like deuce and half. You see, like you know what I mean when you see them in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
They call deuce.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, man. So seeing him over there. So as we cleaning up, coming through Kuwait, getting them up out of there. Y'all remember if you familiar with the military terms, the great left hook that it was called with General Schwarzkopf. Yeah, I mean
Schwarzkopf.
His plan, his
guys. If this isn't getting views,
his great left hook. That's what it was called.
Left hook. I heard about that.
Yeah, that was a war.
Now, what was that? A strategy, right?
So it was a maneuver. So we got a line like this. So then, as the line is going this way,
got a veteran right here. Desert Storm in Somalia. My brother, he's a veteran too.
Oh yeah. Then he turns left. So the armored second ACR, first armored cavalry regiment, first armor, second ACR, no, first armor, third ACR. Yeah, I mean, hit the left hook. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, we pretty much saw cleanup. But the thing was, man, the way our
cleanup was cleanup.
So
like cleanup. Like
so pretty much
bodies.
like stragglers. Like we ain't picking no bodies up, but stragglers like say some Iraqis was hiding or something like that, and then we may have found them.
Yeah,
shit like that. So we was clean up. We came behind the tanks.
I got you.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, but to see the precision of our weapons, right? So our tanks hitting their tanks. So our shells had plutonium, uranium. Was it uranium or plutonium? Liquid inside. So when it hit, it burns and then explodes. So when we ride past tanks and jeeps, you see the Iraqis, they still on fire. Just they skulls and just they bones and shit like that.
Imagine that driving
still
around.
On fucking
oh my
fire.
gosh.
Yeah.
Army, JJ.
Still on fire. Yeah, I mean, like whatever that you the depleted uranium. Depleted uranium is what it's called. They put in artillery shells.
Look, you hear that? He said
put it in the tank shells.
They put you used to put
depleted uranium, like what they use in nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
So the depletion of that.
So it's a lower form.
Right. Exactly.
But that's actually
still,
what those bombs.
Yeah. So
they
that's
put
what they
them in regular in the tanks.
Yeah, and inside
Russia
the shells.
had that too and all that.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah. It whoever had it first, somebody stole it from another one.
He said that his best friend Johnny Schwarzkopf, his grandfather, General.
Oh yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. So what else, man? Let's get good.
Yeah. So So you know what I mean. So actually, so after my brother found me, my grandfather.
He said, "Ain't ready to be a Marine."
Yeah. My grandfather passed away. So I'm gonna tell y'all the longest fucking journey ever. So my grandfather passed away. So
which grandfather?
This is my mother's father. This is the one that was in World War II.
JJ, great grandfather, World War I. His grandfather, World War II. His father, Vietnam. His grandfather, Korea and World War II. His father, Vietnam.
Uncle Vietnam.
Uncle Vietnam, and him and his brother in Desert Storm in Somalia.
Yeah. And my nephews and my son Air Force.
His son's Air Force.
Nephew Navy and the other nephew Marine. So they've been over there in
he was there, Black Hawk. We're getting into that.
We're gonna get the Black Hawk down.
He was in Arthur, send the word out, man. He was
get the
there.
Black Hawk down.
Arthur, please.
Let me get to the
JJ sent the word. He was there, Black Hawk down. He was there. It's gonna get good, I'm telling you.
Mogadishu, Somalia.
Mogadishu. He was there. It's gonna get good, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So so like I said, my nephews and my son in the Air Force. Yeah, I mean my nephew's Marine and Navy. I mean, so they on the boats, whatever. They sail the world.
So they're all saying salute to the family.
Yeah,
Thank you, brother.
Family of warriors. That's what I call it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Family of warriors. Like I was born on this soil. I'm not black. I'm an American. I was born here. My family was here.
He said, "I'm not black. I'm an American."
My family was here before. Like, yeah, I mean, my family, like on my dad's side, Native. They've been here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, so I'm from here. I don't know what the fuck nobody else is from. I'm the fuck from here. You know I mean, my family been here. Like I can go back, trace I got people that traced my lineage back.
All right, brother.
Great royal bloodline. But anyway, so so Desert Storm is over. So anyway, the longest trip, my grandfather passes away, so I get to go home early. I get to leave the war theater early, get on a flight. So now we fly from Kuwait to Germany, long ass flight. Then we from Germany to Spain, from Spain to London.
Damn.
From London, what's the first state? Maine. From Maine to Massachusetts, from Massachusetts to New York,
what?
New York to Philly. This was the longest plane ride.
How long did you do all that?
I couldn't even say that. But I know from
they
Germany.
Fuel in the air?
Yeah, I was on the C1. Was it C130 or C5?
Oh, wow.
One of the two.
Army
transport plane. But yeah, and it was just loud as hell. And just imagine you're just on a big ass plane that got a big ass gun on it.
Damn.
But yeah, so that was the longest flight ever, man. But I was 20. That shit ain't bothered me at all. Except with some Marines on there talking about what the Marines say. We do all the work and the Army get all the credit. I'm like, we do just as much work as y'all do. fuck out of here. Marine. Get out of here, jarhead. No, they my brother in arms though. Love them. Love the Marines to death. So yeah, so I mean, go back home. Boom. I got a few awards. Yeah, I mean, for the Desert Storm, Desert Shield. But I ain't seen no combat till I got to Somalia. And that wasn't even supposed to be a war zone. But they made it a war zone. Like it was that shit was crazy. Them motherfuckers, them Somalis was crazy as hell. What was that general name? General Adid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I think his name was Adid.
What was wrong with that dude?
Man, he was deranged, man.
But where did they get most of their stuff?
Either from Russia or Saudi Arabia. So when we were there, we actually we made our home base on an old Russian tank factory. So like Russia had like they used to lease
Rangers
all their
lead
stuff.
the way.
Yeah.
Hoorah.
So yeah,
that's the Muffin Man.
He was on a Russian tank factory when I was in Somalia. You know what I mean? But yeah, so Somalia, that was a different beast, man. We saw some shit over there. Like these motherfuckers actually would have women and kids in front of them, and they have AKs. So, you a kid, or
yeah.
These motherfuckers behind them with AKs like this popping at us. They shooting their AKs at us. We gotta run because we can't shoot the kids in the women. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we gotta get out of there.
Now, is that what's orders? You can't shoot the kids.
Yeah, you can't shoot. I mean, unless the kids are shooting at you.
Yeah,
then you can kill their ass. But they got kids and women in front of them, and they popping AKs off at them.
Jeff Strucker, who was in Panama, Iraq, Somalia, said they were willing to fight like nothing he had seen before. To fight.
Yeah, definitely was. Yep.
That's my boy. Yo, hey Robbie, you can come on a little bit. Listen, this guy right here, grandfather, World War I, great grandfather. Then his grandfather, World War II in Korea. His uncle, Vietnam. He was in Desert Storm, Somalia with his brother. Yes. Or Desert Storm too?
Desert Storm. Just Desert Storm.
Just Desert Storm, him and his brother. And then his son's in it. And who, your cousin too? Nephews.
Yeah. Family of Warriors.
Family of Warriors.
That's what I call it. Family of Warriors.
Like he said, he was over there too.
Desert Shield? Yeah, Human Shield. Yeah, damn sure did. Yeah, they were using them as human shields. Like it was crazy. Like that was, I ain't never seen nothing like it. Like that was like mind blowing. Like a fucking.
He said I was in the Navy. I'm very proficient at using a mop.
Yeah,
he always says that.
For sure.
He says, "Welcome aboard, shipmate."
For sure.
So go ahead, finish.
So yeah,
so you get to Somalia now.
So when we first get to Somalia, like it's hot. I never experienced the heat like this.
What time was that around?
We got there so we left in September. So we got there and I was there for 3 months. So go back 3 months from September. So we got there like damn near in the middle of summer, the hottest time ever. I'm talking about, I don't know, like 105 damn near every day, something like that. I'm talking about heat. As soon as you wake up, we had like air conditioning and shit that in our little, our get ups or whatever you want to call it, and big ass fans.
He said, were you at Rangers or 10th Mountain?
No. I was over there with 10th Mountain. Definitely. Oh, what's that first sergeant name? Because he took a liking to me. Anyway, I was chasing some Somalis through the jungle. And when I came back,
thank you,
the
brother.
First sergeant from 10th Mountain was there.
It's a good dude, Robert.
The first
his
sergeant
whole family, Robert, great grandfather, grandfather.
He was like, you're a soldier, you're a warrior. He said, I saw you. I'm running through the jungle. I ain't got no shirt on, just my weapon. Just my weapon and my boots. I don't got no shirt on, just my
no shirt on, no weapon.
Me and this other boy named Walker. So named Walker. They stole. What happened was these motherfuckers stole our generator. They stole our generator. They running with machetes and everything. So, what I mean? My sergeant was like, don't shoot him. So when he said, don't shoot him, I threw my weapon down and kept running. We on their ass. All I got is a side knife. So if we get ready to do combat, if they're going to fight, they got machetes. All I had was a fucking, like a big boy knife. My man had a big boy knife too. We chasing their ass, man. We got real close to their ass. I mean, almost close enough to touch them. They dropped that fucking generator and hauled ass. They haul ass in flip flops. Yo, they could do anything in them damn flip flops. I used to play basketball. Yeah, Fort Drum. They used to play basketball and everything in them damn flip flops. Yeah, they do anything in flip flops.
How were the interpreters? Were they cool?
Who, the interpreters?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have no interpreters. A lot of the people over there spoke, broken English.
So like you're there now, you're starting to get used, the middle of summer, whatever it was. Yeah. Now, the whole Black Hawk Down, I forget what part.
So that came in.
How long were you there before all that?
Out there, I think we were there about 2 months.
2 months
before that happened. Yeah.
Now, I don't know what year. So that would have been what?
So that's 92,
93. You did how many years?
I did 5.
5 years. 5 years.
Yeah.
Now
I did 5. So we're gonna lead up to why I only did 5. But anyway. But yeah, so yeah, being in Somalia, that was a different breed. So we got fired on every night, damn near. Mortars. They hitting us with mortars or RPGs damn near every night. They only came out to hit us up at night.
The 10 as a FAME unit, pretty high speed, low drag, not many civilians, no, the Army's 10th Mountain.
Yeah, 10th Mountain was the shit. So
Mogadishu, read books, documentaries. He's getting ready to say now. Oh wow. Since the Lang Drang Vietnam and wow.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Medal Honors War. Yep. Because and they had to start giving, they didn't give that out in the beginning because it wasn't considered a war zone. It was considered a peacekeeping mission. But then they changed it because of all the death and destruction that happened to us as well. And all the shit that we went through over there, like getting fired upon, and we didn't have any armor. That's what was crazy about that. We didn't have any armor over there. The only people that had armor was the Pakistanis. They had armor APCs. But we didn't have any tanks. Only armor we had was damn Humvees, all armored Humvees. That was about it. You know what I mean? Other than that, we didn't have any armor. That's what took so long for us to get those guys up out of there that was stuck. When the choppers went down on Black Hawk Down, we ain't had no armor to get in there. The only people that had armor was the Pakistanis.
So wait. So because I remember reading about that. So yeah, let me in some without going too crazy because I'm not like all these guys, and I know. I'm sure Rob's gonna come on here. He's gonna want to come on here and he's twist one up for all of us, bro. War, I got you too. So now, were you guys aware of what was going on Black Hawk Down? I mean, that when they say Black Hawk Down, was that like because you know how they name things after they happen or before? Was that like before that, or that was
that was called after?
After that, right? What was the mission?
So they was going to capture Adib. There was special forces. I think it was some Rangers.
What led to that though? Like,
what led to the whole Somalia thing?
Yeah, what was the whole? Somalia
okay, so General Adib, it was warring factions, and they were slaughtering each other.
I got you.
So it was like, remember Rwanda? Rwanda shit?
Yeah,
it was kind of like that. They was doing genocide. It was killing each other really bad.
Oh, man.
So we went over there to put a stop to it. That's why I said it was called a peacekeeping mission, and not an actual operation.
But was it really peacekeeping?
No, hell no. It was rumbling. That's what we was doing. We was rumbling. Got there every goddamn night. I mean, probably 2 daytime skirmishes, but for the most part, it was at night. So they knew, like, we didn't. I think they knew. They knew we didn't have a whole lot of night vision gear. We had a few night vision goggles. But like I said, it was supposed to be a peacekeeping mission, so we weren't like strapped up like we were supposed to be.
Yeah,
if we'd have been strapped up like we were supposed to be, that shit would have been over quick.
Did you ever get to meet Chief Warrant Officer Mike Durant?
Mike Durant, that name sounds familiar.
I don't know who he was.
That name sounds really familiar.
Ward. So now, I mean, I just think it's crazy for me because you're over there. And did you know like right away, like, look, man, it's going down. Like, no. You had it was a peace thing. You thought it was.
We thought they told us it was peacekeeping.
So obviously they didn't hold their end of the bargain and all. But,
exactly.
But what was like? Was there was no signs at all? Like you didn't see little things changing, or
well. They started changing.
Did your commanders and stuff know though?
Yeah, they saw the change because
they knew it was bullshit.
The kids,
they couldn't say nothing, right?
Because the the what we learned later was that they were sending kids over there to
he was the pilot
like,
taken hostage. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I knew the name sounded familiar. That's right. I never met him though.
He never met him.
When we got them out of there, they pretty much put them in the armor, got them out of there, and then we was out of there. But
Operation Gothic Serpent.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So you never got to meet
him? Exactly. Yes. Huh? No, I never got to meet him. Once they wherever they took them to, we did go all back to Mogadishu. We was at the university. No. Matter of fact, we was outside the university. So he probably went to the university. That's what the main base camp was, at the university.
Tell Robbie real quick, my boy. Hey, Robbie, guess what he said? He said, I'm not black, I'm American.
I am. We all American. If you was born here, you're American.
It's just funny, though, because we
got family here.
Every black dude or military or Spanish or any whatever ethnic background they come from, they all say that. I'm not. I'm American.
I'm American. That's what I am. Like, like that was instilled in me as a youngster from my mom, my dad,
I was taken prison by Somali. Man, that sucks. Man, that's hard for his little.
Yeah. That was bad.
As a warrant officer, figured out he was a helo pilot.
I think they figured it out because I think he had took his rank, his insignia off his shirt, or he took his shirt off. I believe.
Who did the
rank?
Okay. Yeah. They took it off his shirt.
No, I think he took his shirt off so they wouldn't know he was a warrant officer.
Oh wow.
So he was officer. Yeah, he was a pilot. He was a pilot. I think the one that went down. Yeah,
because when all we know is Black Hawk Down, I'm thinking of like these I don't know what they call them, helicopters.
Yeah, the Black Hawk.
Yeah, the Black Hawk and
Apaches.
Yeah, like I'm thinking of just Cobra. We're thinking of stuff blowing up, because at first I was
so why it's called Black Hawk Down is because the Somalis hit it with an RPG.
Yeah,
knocked it out the air.
Yeah, and how many were killed in that? How many were on that plane?
On that chopper,
and you were right. You were right in the middle of all that.
7 to 10, yeah. So we came to rescue them. We had to go rescue them, but we had to wait for armor. That was the holdup. That's why they were there so long, because we couldn't just run in there. We were gonna get killed. If we just would have ran to get them out.
Oakley, whoever was smiling, came over and told that deed if they had Durant over, they would level the city.
Oh yeah. They was going. That's when they start bringing the big gun. They brung the killers.
He said the same thing about we're just American. We're not. I'm not black, white, green, orange. I'm American.
American. Yeah. So they sent. So where I was with
It doesn't stop at just in his military though. There's another part.
Yeah, there's a whole other part. So I was with I was assigned to a special forces unit. Who were they? What was their name? Well, anyway, I was assigned to after I did a few other things, I was assigned to when they went out on missions to keep their shit, to guard their shit. You know what I mean? After I was a gung-ho motherfucker. I volunteered for all the crazy ass shit. We had to go convoy. We had to go protect something. I was the man to do it. I probably was in the front. Yeah, I mean, in the Humvee, gunning the 50 cal. I did that. I manned the 50 cal. Yeah, I mean, whenever it was a mission, somebody volunteered. I was always probably the first one.
Oh, two were hit. Yeah, right. Two.
Yeah. Hold on. Yep. Hold on. Two. 1, 2, 3. I think it was 3 that went down. Was it 3 or 4? I think it was 3.
Yeah, 4 were hit and 2 went down.
Yeah, I know two definitely went down. One of them was the second chopper was they had guns on it. They had guns on that chopper. It was a smaller
Delta
chopper.
Force.
Yeah. So I was over there. I don't know what special unit was I over there with. Was it Delta? So whoever the special unit was, they were part of Delta. But I used to watch their shit when they used to go out on missions and shit. They really loved me. They was trying to get me to come to Delta. They was trying to get me to go to special.
How many guys were in your unit?
In my unit, when I went over there, probably was
oh wow, look at that, bro. 19 killed, 73 wounded.
Yeah.
Man. So when you go, how do you get that order? You just your unit, they're like, yo, we gotta go over and get these people out of here.
So when the call came, Black Hawk Down.
How many people went all together? Was it how much
to go get them?
Like, what do you call it? Platoons? Or
So
I'll say
I'll say two. Was it two companies? So two companies is
service contractor. Like,
so no. This was all Army.
Okay.
So it was two companies. So 10th Mountain. It was two companies from 10th Mountain Special Forces with some Rangers over there, and like I said, we had to wait for armor. We had to wait for the Pakistanis. Because they the only ones that had the armored personnel carriers, the APCs. We had to wait for them.
Yeah.
Our orders was not to go in. We was like on the outskirts of that city, where they had where Black Hawk went down at. It was right on the outskirts, and we could hear the rumbling. And they told us we can't go in until till armor came. Yeah, I mean, so when the armor finally came, went in there, start tearing their ass up, man. I'm talking about tearing their asses up. That 50 cal does damage. You understand what I'm saying? It does damage. Seriously. Like
50 cal, right?
Yeah. I always had the big shit. I either had whenever I pulled guard duty, I was either on a 60 or a 50.
Man.
I mean, and guard duty was like, if you wasn't out doing nothing, guard duty was like the highlight of the day or highlight of the night whenever you had it. Because you're gonna see an RPG coming your way. You know what I mean? The RPG or mortar. Yeah, it's coming your way. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming your way. You're going to see it. No matter what. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, anybody in the Army, how you was trained. If it's a mortar, you look for the flash, see the flash, get down. Wherever it hit, you come back up, and wherever the flash was, that's where you hit. Do, 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 do. I mean, you hit where the flash was. But yeah, man, so that was pretty much, I can get into some stories of the shit I did over there and get graphic with it, but no, I don't want to go graphic unless somebody want me to go graphic. But yeah, man, so you got any more questions on Somalia?
Yeah, I do. My bad, I was having a little fun.
Let me see the light.
Just stretching out a little bit. So listen, so Somalia. So you get the call, you head over there.
I actually fucked my back. That's when I first fucked my back up in Somalia.
What was the first it was Delta Force guys and the whole Carter's man.
Except for the pilots, of course, yes.
The Malaysians, Malaysians.
The Malaysians?
As well. Were they there too?
Pakistanis, yes. Malaysians, Pakistanis, Norwegians, Swedish.
Fifth group of
Switzerland.
Delta. Switzerland too?
Yeah, it was a UN. It's supposed to be a UN peacekeeping mission.
I got you.
We had African countries over there.
The barrel will rise up when shooting, so you had to control it. He said he manned a 50 cal on a Navy battleship.
Yeah, yo.
Did they move?
Yo, do they? Yo, I remember I had.
Did you think Black Hawk? How accurate was Black Hawk Down? The movie.
The movie. It was pretty accurate. To me, it was pretty accurate. Because if you remember the end of the movie when y'all saw that convoy coming in, that's a part of the convoy. I was on that convoy.
Oh, you were in that convoy? Yeah.
That's the convoy. Yeah. That's why I said we was on the outskirts waiting to get in. We couldn't go until the armor came.
So now, were you able to still talk to your brother, try to write to each other? Was that hard to do?
Oh no. Call.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. This is the 90s.
Yeah.
Not the 50s.
He said Gordon and Sugar posthumously received the Medal of Honor in recognition of the action they took in sacrifice. That's
awesome. They because at first they weren't giving out no medals for that.
Okay.
We had to fight for that. We had to fight to get the medals because
he was in war too.
People seen combat. You know what I mean? Like I hurt my back in a firefight. I fell off a tower.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm coming down the tower, ran out 60 ran out of ammunition. I had to go back and get some. This is how long this shit was going on.
Oh shit!
So as I'm coming down, the guy that was so we kind of like crossing each other. So he going up and I'm coming down. He stepped on my hand. When he stepped on my hand, he stepped on that motherfucker. I was like, and I let go. So I wasn't that far up, but I probably was like a story.
Was that one of them guys you were fighting?
No, he was he was going up. He was taking ammo up to the jaw. I was coming down.
Damn.
Yeah, he stepped on my hand and I just fell back like boom. Fucked my back up. They took me to the infirmary, gave me some Motrin. I was good the next day though. But yeah, that was the beginning.
How about working out? You were able to do that a lot there too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's when I really got into working out.
Oh, that's what's up. Did that help you? Was there a lot of other guys? What was your specialty though in there? Was there one thing you were?
I was just mortars. 11 Charlie.
11 Charlie.
Yeah.
Stone Sarah, 11 Charlie.
They want me to go. Yeah, I mean, I could have been being an infantryman, but I took mortars. It's pretty much the same thing. It don't matter. You could be an infantryman, a supply sergeant. If you called to bust your weapon, you called to bust your weapon.
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a gun; it's a weapon.
So now I'm trying to get to this other part. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. You gave it no. All right, hold on. It's over here. Here it is. Hold on. All right, so now when you went to college, did that in the military?
No,
after
the military.
All right,
actually, I did college after prison.
Prison's coming up, guys. You know we couldn't have a show without prison. So now, when Black Hawk Down, how many days of that fighting was it?
No, it was just like a one night.
Oh, one night, just crazy. All that happened in one night.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Every time I watched that movie, and I never read the book because there's a book too.
Mm-hmm.
I always fell asleep, man.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know.
Yeah, it was
one
long night, one long day and night.
Now you're still there in the military. How many years after that? Because that's
so that's 93. So I was in 2 more years.
2 more years.
Yeah.
So where was your last? Like after that? Like what happens after that? Like now.
So I go back to I go to Colorado, Fort Carson, Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah, I get stationed there.
Okay.
And I'm with 24th Mechanized.
24th Mechanized. Okay.
Yeah, 24th Mechanized Infantry Division. 24th. That's Fort Carson, Colorado.
They said Bill Clinton had to backtrack on the medals on that and the war medals that were just there, and then no politics just didn't want to call it a war.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, being there, yeah, exactly. They didn't want to call it a war.
No, they didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly correct.
Does all right, so now you're getting towards the end. So when you go back after Somalia, like I'm sure, did you lost any friends over there too, or just you went on a recovery mission or whatever you call? So like, was there anybody?
Somalia, I didn't lose like an actual person that.
How about
that
Desert Storm? Anybody?
Nope, I didn't lose in Desert Storm, man. We tore their ass up.
Yeah.
How many people died in Desert Storm? Look it up. It wasn't many, but yeah, I didn't lose anybody close to me, but I know a few people that did. You know what I mean?
So now you're back, you're done. Now you're getting ready to come home. You're like, you know what? I got to make plans. You're leaving. You're headed back. Where do you go right after the military? Where's your now? Why did you? Yeah. Let's talk about why. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Tell that story.
So you know when you in firefights, you know when we came home, when we came back to the States, you kind of have to do it yourself because you know they didn't really give you any downtime. They didn't give you like any counseling, anything like that.
And not to cut, because you know what, I am going to let him talk, but I really serious a big part of what I'm trying to do, and one of the things like that he knows, and he will be with me every step of the way with these youth centers and training people. The mental health aspect of it is so. Like I told you, my father, when he was in the hospital, he was sitting in the hallway he's a veteran, 20 hours. Like, you know.
Yeah, it was bad. The VA used to be really bad.
So like now, so you're trying to acclimate back to society, right? Like, because you know you're there, you're used to that, the shell and the fight and the firefight, you know, like all that noise.
Yeah. So the first thing I did when I came home was I bought a Tech 9.
Tech 9,
silver and black. That's the first thing I bought when I came home was a Tech 9.
Did you think you were getting out of that fire?
I was still in. I wasn't.
No. What are you saying about that fire? Was so that crash? It was that bad?
What in Somalia?
The black, yeah.
That shit was.
You seen them burning?
I ain't see them burning. When we got them out of there, we didn't actually go. Did we go all the way through the city? Yeah, we did go all the way through.
That's crazy.
So I saw a lot of dead Somalians.
Yeah, man, a lot of dead Somalians.
Yeah, they fucking their ass up.
He said, all the mortar guys, you know, are big, strong guys.
Yeah, we got to carry that shit, man.
No. You got to carry that shit. The same shit.
You carry it, bro.
Have you applied for VA disability yet?
Come on, man. 100%. 100%. They owed me. Yeah, I mean, because for the shit that happened after, it made me go to prison. I was heightened.
He's a big cannabis
So,
advocate.
So you know the shit they shot us up with when we went over there, the manganese or some shit like
manganese,
something that heightened us.
Okay,
it heightened our awareness. So
yeah,
whatever the fuck it was, I don't know exactly what it was.
What was that stuff that
was
Hitler
one of the reasons
giving?
he was giving them meth.
Yeah, but
the
Nazis,
Nazis,
the pills,
it was meth.
Yeah, no, it's called something.
But they called it they had a name for it.
Yeah, something piment or whatever it's called.
But it was crystal meth.
So now
the Nazis had meth and we had barbiturates in World War II.
Were you getting tired or like what was going on like towards the end? Like
of Somalia?
Like, how long did you plan on staying?
I actually wanted to be a general. So I actually was going to go to OCS, Officer Candidate School. And that was my plan was I wanted to become an officer. I wanted to be a general. I wanted to do the whole bid. This was my plan to do a whole bid. I wanted to become a general.
What the Somalis were taking. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They were taking that shit too?
Yeah. Oh no, they was eating. It was called
they were taking
look up the name of that shit. The shit they used to eat and make them crazy. It was like cocaine. There's some shit they used to eat and chew on. It made them crazy. It made their teeth yellow as shit.
Yeah, the Marines were giving meth.
Yep, meth, barbiturates, and meth. Yep.
Yeah, the one though.
That's why them Germans was acting crazy.
But there was a name of the stuff that they were giving. That Hitler was giving. It was in pill form. I just can't remember the name.
It was pill form. Yep.
Yeah.
But it was meth in pill form.
Oh, cot. That's a stimulant. Cot. Okay.
Yeah. That's why the Germans was out their fucking mind. That's why they was committing atrocities like that. They was fucking crazy, and they wasn't sleeping.
No,
you gotta figure they not sleeping for days.
Your mind's going crazy.
That's why they just was killing indiscriminately.
So now, how you like? What's going on now? Like towards the end.
So I come home. Like I said, first thing I bought was a Tech 9, and I got leave, so I came back to Philadelphia. So when I come back to Philly, first thing my mom said to me, she said, "Why are you so paranoid?" I didn't know I was paranoid.
PTSD, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
Anxiety. I didn't know this. I couldn't see myself. You know what I mean?
It's hard to, right? It's hard to see yourself.
Right. So she said, "Why are you so paranoid?" And I'm like, I am. I didn't think I was paranoid, but I kept a hammer on my side. So I guess she probably, yeah, you know what I mean? But I had kept a hammer on my side since I was 17.
For all who don't know hammer, that's the equivalent.
Yeah, you know the hammer. Yeah, I mean, I had a hammer. I started carrying a hammer when I was 17. So,
right. That's for protection.
Yeah, exactly. It was just for protection. I wasn't,
trying to hurt nobody.
I was the type of person, I don't start shit, but I finish shit. Yeah, I definitely don't start nothing.
Funny too, though.
I finish shit all day.
Like being on here, there's so many people that's always talking junk, and they're always like, saying, "Oh, code this, that." Like these people don't understand. Like when you're a good dude, and you have good friends, and you love people, like.
Yeah, man.
And then they think I don't know bikers. That's the funniest part. But so now, like,
no, Squid. I've known Squid since high school.
Long time.
He used to have a motherfucking curly mane.
Yeah.
Who the other dude used to hang with? It was a dude used to hang with.
He did me dirty.
Did he?
Dude, yeah.
I said I don't remember his name though.
Look, I think in Yemen they chew cat too. Yemen engaged in the war. Saudi Arabia, Yemen, the Porsche. Yeah, man. Yeah. I know a kid from Yemen, man. He's actually a really good kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, what happened, man? I mean, you're going to be general. You just you punched him? I mean.
So I'm going to be a general. So I go home to Philly. My mom tell me I'm paranoid. Go back to motherfucking Colorado. Got a lot of downtime now because ain't shit going on. So we just report PT. I mean,
they said, I'm glad you got what you earned.
For sure. Thank you. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I can go into what led me to go to prison. I'm gonna lead with that. So
okay.
Out with my homies.
So you're
I'm still in the Army.
You're still in the Army, you're home. Okay.
But I'm back in Colorado.
Okay. How we got like on what do they call it? Like a pass or something? Like a
so pretty much like a lot of people don't understand, like the Army. If you're not in a combat theater or ship somewhere, it's pretty much like a 9-to-5 job.
Oh, okay.
You go wherever your work is, your bays, your what's the name of the motor pool, you know, wherever your job is. Like
he said that general. Now I know you're fucking crazy. Yo, dude,
that's what I wanted to
Robbie,
be.
I'm telling you, man.
I
he's
was
that
gung ho,
dude, bro.
man. I was gung ho. Like I wanted to be that
dedicated, focused.
Yeah.
So good.
So so I had got a job when I got back to Colorado. I had got a job at a matter of fact, I changed my MOS to 92 Alpha.
What's that
fuel supply. It could be fuel supply. It could be any type of supply. So transport. So I transported fuel. So 92 Alpha. I did supply. So I got a job at CIF. Anybody know what CIF? Central Issue Facility. I got me a job there.
Now what's that do?
So this is where when soldiers come to the base,
Yeah.
this is where they get all their gear, and when they leave the base, this is where they turn all their gear in at.
Oh, so it's like when we go to jail, we got to turn
right. Exactly. You get a sleeping bag, you get your rucksack, you get your LBE, what
your bedfold, whatever they call it. The old cowboys call it.
You get all of your shit. Yeah. I mean, if you need uniforms,
roll up and get out.
Yeah, you get all that shit.
So you handle all that. So that actually makes you. Like, cause I know when I worked in the jail, and I wasn't there long, but I remember when I worked on the visiting joint, I like to help out with the dude with the pictures, cause you get to meet a lot of people. So I'm sure you met a lot of people doing that, huh?
Man, a lot of people and a lot of chicks.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're gonna do questions and all that after this. We're gonna get to a lot.
Yeah, a lot of chicks. But anyway, so
here we go, Ryan. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate you, man. He said thank you for your service.
Thank you.
A repository.
Rough repository. Yeah, so I mean, so like, you know, I'm just living life, man. Just going to work. I'm married at the time. I got married at
how old are you at that time?
21. So I did
do you have a legal Willie Western or not legal?
Right now?
No, I'm saying.
Oh, at that time? Yeah.
We know we don't fuck with them.
Yeah, I don't fuck with them.
We don't mess with them at all no more. So.
No, King.
Yeah,
I'm legal. I'm legal at the time.
Yeah, so he's legal. All right, because when I was legal, bro, I used to have two of them on me all the time.
I was legal. I had it.
And
in fact, you remember Bill? Bill?
Yeah.
You remember Black Bill? That passed away?
Yeah.
So he was stationed. Matter of fact, he was stationed. No, this is my old head.
Oh, Bill was in the service.
He was stationed in Colorado. Right. He was stationed in Colorado with me.
Damn, man.
I saw him in the club. You know how I saw him in the club? I had I had the big fat ass herringbone.
Yeah.
He had a Rolex chain. So he seen me. He was like, I see him in the club. He seen me. He was like, Steak. I was like, Bill, what the fuck? I didn't know, he's like 4 years older than me. So I'm like, Bill, I said, I thought you was locked up.
I heard he was in shape when he was younger.
Yeah, Bill was
he wasn't like beast. Heavy like that.
No, he was a beast. He was heavy, but he was young. He was a beast. Bill was a beast. He played football.
He said, look, let's get back to the chicks.
Yeah, so Bill doing his thing. He in the Army. He was just getting out. He slinging a whole lot.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like he gave me. He looked out for me when I was over there with guns.
Yeah, everything. I got you.
I mean, guns and work and whatever. So yeah. So
he's dead now, boy. Bill.
Yeah. Rest in peace, bro. Miss you.
We went. Yeah, we love you, bro. We would never.
Black
talk
Billy. Black Billy.
Her. He loved
That's what our call sign. Yeah.
Her.
Don't do that. You gotta don't always set people.
I know, man. So listen, so now you're hanging out with him. You're seeing that. That's intriguing you. So that basically was the first thing that caught your eye. You're like, damn, man, I need to get some money. Or you just like,
I was bored. It was just, I was still in Army.
So it really wasn't about the money for you.
No, it wasn't about the money at all. I did a few things.
I
was a bouncer before just to do it. Like,
yeah.
I did some, some bucket list shit. I was like, I want to be a bouncer at a strip club. I wouldn't did it. Like, fuck it. I mean, that's years later though.
Yeah, but if you're in garrison, your ship is at home port. It's a regular 9 to 5 job. Yeah,
exactly. Just 9 to 5. Like a lot of people don't be understanding that. They be like, what do you do? Like I go home, listen, when I used to get off, I'd take my shirt off, throw on a hat to the back, one of my baseball caps. I might say, if it's summertime, I'm going to take all my shirts off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had some hot-ass cars. I had this fucking Acura. I golded it out. that's another story anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a regular 9 to 5. So pretty much leading up to the
you get bored.
Yeah, you get bored. I mean, you go out, meet up with your friends. The regular shit you do if you was in the hood.
Yeah.
I mean, so I was getting bored.
Too,
Chicks, yeah. Listen,
chicks.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. When I was in my 20s, I had a chick for every day of the week.
Yeah.
I had keys to chicks' houses, apartments.
Yeah.
Listen, I was.
But beyond though, how many chicks do we see set dudes up? How about PNB? God rest his soul. And said his girl might have put a location.
She did. She put the location. She knows she shouldn't have did it, but I ain't gonna blame her for that.
No, but I am gonna do a show about that because I met him one time, man. He's a cool cat. So
yeah, he was my son.
So now you're bored. You're like, man, you know what? Screw this. So now somebody, whoever it is,
so I'm getting a little bit of money.
Work,
I'm getting some money. I mean, like it's like I was in Philly. You know what I mean? I felt me some customers. Like, I mean, and I'm rolling the city. They know people know I'm in the Army. Matter of fact, funny story. So I'm selling weed. So my wife friend, she was like, I got somebody come buy some weed. She was like, but he in the Army and he a lieutenant. And I was like, lieutenant? I was like, I ain't gonna know him.
Nah.
Why? He my fucking lieutenant of my company. He was the XO of the company.
See, like that's the shit that happens.
My XO
man.
came and bought a ounce of weed off me. This the funniest shit ever.
Lieutenant that he probably didn't see in how long?
No, he was my lieutenant.
He was his lieutenant
for my company that I was in. Crazy. I was still on. I'm still on.
But I'm saying you meet your brother over there.
Yeah.
In Somalia, and then
my lieutenant.
Where'd you meet your brother?
Desert Storm. But I mean, when I'm stationed in Colorado, my lieutenant, we played football together. So he my lieutenant. Like he the XO of the company. So he's second in command from the CO, from the captain. You know what I mean? So she was like, you ain't go. She was like, you might know him. I was like, I ain't know him.
His name's Ed.
Yo, he pulled up,
AKA Steak.
He pulls up, and he got a Acura Vigor. And nobody else have. He got a burgundy Acura Vigor.
Yeah, they're nice.
I was like, oh shit! I was like, that's my fucking XO. She was like, seriously? I was like, oh my god, but he smoked weed, so he got. I mean, what do it matter?
Yeah.
He came upstairs. He was like, Harris. I was like, yo, what's up, LT? He was like, oh shit. And after that, it was on.
He said, what's up,
yo, what's up? After that, it was on. Me and my LT close as shit. Like I'm now, I'm getting all types of favors now. I get off when I want. I'm doing what the fuck I want. Like, yo, it's crazy, man. But yeah, my LT come buy weed from me. Yeah, I mean, that was a hell of a job.
So now I figured that's what you did, probably just like me. Weed's the first thing, and then you realize, you know what? You see all these guys making all this other money. Like, you know what?
But you gotta figure.
I gotta step the game up.
But at that time, like I said, it wasn't about the money because you gotta figure out it came from money. Like when me and Dome, when we with JBM Corner Boys, when we graduated from Corner Boys to them giving us our own shit, like me and Dome was. Street. We had from 6th and King Sesson to 6th and Greenway.
Yeah.
Just me and him. You gotta think about this. Just me and him. We 17,
that's
16, 17.
We might just say Dizzle.
That was 1993.
Yeah, that old time.
One time 93. That was 1988. 88, 89, 87.
No, Harris, your last name, right?
Yeah, Harris.
Edward Harris. And his nickname is Steak. And his great-grandfather, World War I. His grandfather, World War II in Korea. His uncle, Vietnam. Him, Desert Storm with his brother, and then Somalia, Black Hawk Down. He was the convoy, whatever you call it, to get them out.
Get them up out of there.
So this is a guy, like, I know these guys on these other shows watching, and, they have all this stuff going on, and I applaud all of them. But this is a guy, a veteran, who helped get people out of Black Hawk Down, like that situation. Like, to me, I think this is a hell of a, first off, the service to all the veterans. Salute. You know what I mean? God bless you and your families. But to have a guy here, not only my brother, I think it's great, man.
Exactly. So a lot of stories I'm telling y'all now, like Squid, I told Squid, I ain't telling all of them, but a lot of them, you know what I mean?
So now once you
so you gotta figure this is the 90s.
It's the 90s. So yeah,
it's the 90s. I'm 51.
When did you catch your case?
So I caught my case in 94.
I caught mine 95.
No, December 93? No, I got back November, December. January of 94, I caught my case. First degree assault. First it was attempted murder, then it turned to first degree assault.
Oh, check this out. No, but you know what, Arthur? I don't know if you could help us, but you know what I was thinking? I was just getting ready to say, imagine him and his brother writing a book about Desert Storm together. Like, number one, I don't know if your brother's down with that, but that, and then look, he said that for time periods he's deployed a lot of combat zones. Mm-hmm. He said you ever wrote
in a short period of time.
Like, imagine, like,
well, I got a lot of journals,
Arthur, if you do anything like that, if you know anybody, because I actually want to, I'm looking to write a book too on a children's book on prevention with against.
So many people tell me to write a book, like, because
you get $500 on Amazon, you can publish
the time period of all the things that I did in that short amount of time.
I'm telling you, bro.
Like when they say you do more than before 6 a.m. than most people do all day or all fucking week.
That's why, you know what? We'll even speed it up. So look, now you're catching your case. You get in trouble, right?
Yeah, I get into a shootout.
He gets into a shootout
with some I think they was from Detroit or Chicago.
Now where are you at when this takes place?
I'm still in Colorado.
He's in Colorado.
Still in the Army. Yeah, I mean, I get into a shootout. And I'm gonna tell the truth, because I try to say it was self-defense, but I ain't gonna lie. I was the aggressor at the time because they rolled on me. I got rolled on in the club. When I got rolled on, I'm from Philly, and I ain't never got rolled on. I got beat up. I got in the fights. I ain't win every fight.
Not rolled on.
But I ain't never got rolled on, so I got hit in the head with glasses. Like, I'm talking about 3 dudes.
Yeah.
I ain't see him. I'm on a dance floor. So let me tell you how it started. I'm walking through the club. I see a nice young lady. I say, hey, how you doing? You want to dance? She was like, I got a boy. No, I said, hey, how you doing? Boom, boom, boom. She said, I got a boyfriend. All right, cool. I start walking off. She was like, but do you want to dance? I was like, cool. I didn't know her fucking boyfriend was there. So I felt like that was she playing a fucking jealousy game with her boyfriend or whatever. That's how I felt after, you learned everything at the end. But anyway, her boyfriend comes on the dance floor and he started grabbing. I'm like, this your boyfriend? She was like, yeah. I was like, oh shit, my bad. So I started walking off. So it felt like he was pushing me, like get the fuck out of here. So I got a glass in my hand.
Yeah, that's not good.
So when he pushed me, I'm like, boom, hit him in the head with the glass. But I didn't know he had 2. I don't even know how many motherfuckers he had. He had 1, 2. So it was 3 of them and the girl. So I didn't even know he had all these people with him. I ain't paying no attention. I'm grooving. I'm having fun. And I'm thinking it's just him. So when I hit him, me and him get to tussling. So now I'm getting hit from behind. But I said, long as I don't turn around, long as I stay on him, don't turn around.
Yeah,
I learned that from
you can't stop.
Yeah, don't turn around.
You know what I learned too?
You're gonna get fucked up.
Even after the last couple things, like, man, I the last time, man, when I hit the dude, I just didn't stop. I just stayed on him. I hit him like 30 times.
Yeah.
And I wasn't proud
so you black out. I black out. So
I wasn't proud of that, man. But
I blacked out on that. So after that.
No, in Colorado.
It's in Colorado. Fort Carson, Colorado.
Real shit.
Colorado Springs.
No tough guy. We're not glorifying anything.
Not glorifying nothing. It's just some shit that happened. You know what I mean? So I'm mad.
He's like, great story.
I'm mad. Motherfucker I get rolled on. I'm mad. So I get in my car. So I'm waiting on him. So I see him come out. Boom. They drive off. I drive off behind him. So I'm trying to wait. I could have pulled up on the side of him, but I wanted to wait for them all to get out the car.
He's like militant, man,
right,
like programmed.
So I'm following him. Yeah, I mean,
like you, chill. Robbie, like real.
Yeah, so I think they kind of caught on I was following because whoever was driving, they sped up and I lost it.
Okay.
So I'm like, fuck. So I'm still mad. I'm bleeding and everything. I'm bleeding from my head. My shirt bloody.
You're not trying to take that out.
Yeah, I get home and shit. She was like, my wife, like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, I got rolled on at the club. So boom. All right. Now the next weekend come.
The next week.
I go back to the same club. Now I got 2 dudes with me. They both from Mississippi. Two country boys.
You would never have a gun on you at that point. Never.
It was in the car. So we go back in the club. I ain't thinking I'm going to see these dudes. But in my mind, I wanted to see them. So when you ask for trouble, you're going to usually find them.
Now, do you think a lot of that was attributed from your military service, like your mindset?
Yeah.
Your training?
Exactly.
You want to kill them?
Yeah, I want to kill them.
Damn. See, I'm telling you, this is
like, I didn't start that shit.
But I'm saying, like, because on here, people, they talk so much shit, make so much stories.
People
like,
started with me.
This is real shit. We're not glorifying.
I didn't start this shit. I was mad as hell because I felt like I felt like the chick playing a jealousy game with her boyfriend, and they, you know, they do this shit to me. Like, I don't think I deserve that shit. So anyway, we go back in the club. Me and my man, we playing pool. Who having to walk in? The dude, the girl, and the same two dudes he was with before, and the girl.
Wow.
As soon as I see him, I got a Budweiser in my hand. They walking straight towards me because I guess he don't even know who the fuck I am. They don't remember. They just know they rolled on somebody. As soon as I see him, and I don't forget no faces, especially if you did something to me.
Oh yeah.
As soon as I see him, he walking close to me. I was like, "The fuck up!" Boom! Oh, hit him in the head. We get the rumbling on the pool table. My other homies, they start rumbling them.
People back,
We are rumbling. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's 3-on-3 now.
Yeah.
Bouncers throw us out. They all security come throw us all the fuck out. They throw us out first anyway. They let them stay in there. I guess them motherfuckers probably knew the club, knew people.
Guys, pay attention. It's gonna get good, man. Wait, it's not just about a shootout. It's a whole nother story.
Exactly. So get in the car, wait for them. They come out. They pull off. We pull off. We go on the side of them. I let loose. I hit the girl in the leg. I hit the boy in the back and the stomach.
You weren't trying to hit her though.
I didn't know she was driving.
Oh, okay.
But
so you hit the car up.
Yeah, I hit the car up. Hit the girl. She went straight through the leg. When I bust the glass out of the other car, hit the other boy in the back seat in the stomach. So the passenger's shooting back. He's shooting back and like in front of. She driving.
And he was just shooting like that.
But he hit me. I got hit. I got hit up under my arm because I was puffing like this. So
like
I'm
this way or that way?
It's right here.
Oh shit!
It got stuck. It hit me. It stayed in there. What saved me was because it was a headshot. What saved me was it hit the top part of the door and then it came down and went in. So it was like,
damn.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm bleeding. Yeah, I mean, I go to the hospital because I don't know how bad it was. If I knew it wasn't bad, I wouldn't have went to the hospital. I went to the hospital.
Yeah.
So of course I'm gonna get.
Trust me, he would have stitched that shit up himself.
Of course, I know how bad it was. So of course I get booked because you know the cops coming. Boom.
Yeah, look, man, you do that store mine, don't get shot in the street.
Exactly. I say the same. Yo, I swear to God, I say the same shit all the time. I made it through both of these fucking combat zones where I'm getting mortared and RPG and get shot by some fucking idiots in the street. I was an idiot too, I guess. Yeah. I should have just stayed my ass home. But anyway, I say that shit to myself all the time. Like my mom said that to me too. She was like, "You make it through that for this to happen." I was mad at myself because I could have ate that.
How far up on you were you when you hit them?
No, we was side by side, two cars driving down the street. We driving. They driving.
Did they crash out though?
Yeah, they hit a pole.
Oh shit! Then what'd you do? Go back and hit them?
No, we had more bullets.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So my man, he was out. I had 32 of mine. So I unloosed the whole 32 and only hit 2 people. But my lawyer was like, he should have killed all of them. And then they shot you. You could use self-defense, but I ain't kill him. So
yeah.
But I was trying to
kill him. That would have been different.
Yeah. And I was fucked up and I was grooving and I was mad. All that at the same time.
So now after that takes place, you know, he said, "I don't feel sorry, but she was starting trouble." Yeah,
I don't feel. I after that.
Now remember, this guy was in 2 war zones and then comes home to get shot. So now that happens. So will you go right to the hospital?
Went to the hospital. Got to the hospital. Yeah, they came up, so I wasn't that bad. Cops came, kept asking me what happened. Like, some people were shooting at me. Were you shooting back? I ain't had no gun. But you know how long they take me. So imagine being shot. This is my first time in jail. Now, I've been in the back of a police wagon, whatever, but this is my first time in jail. I'm in jail in an infirmary, in a cell, shot. Like, just imagine that shit. Your first time in jail and you shot. Like, it was a fucked up time in my life. I mean, I had a bad cloud over my head, but that had a lot to do with coming from Somalia, doing the shit we did over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
so like,
yeah.
So once that happens and that goes down, so like you're locked up or you're in the hospital. You know, you're in the hospital first. Did they take you there or right to the jail first? Like
I went to the hospital first. My man that was driving the car, he got me to the hospital.
Like when me and say who got hit, they came right there. They locked me right to the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Yo, I was locked to the bed.
Yeah.
When they came in, they locked me to the
They
bed.
gave him a 6-month hit just for getting shot in the head. I'm telling you, that shit was crazy. But anyway, long story short, my shit don't matter compared to that. So now you're in the hospital. Then now they take you right there.
Yeah,
They charge you right away.
I probably was in the hospital for like
what they
2
charge you
hours.
with though? Did
They charged me with it was
disarming the fire.
No, it was discharge of firearm.
Did they snitch? They already told on you.
I don't. Yeah, they already told him what happened. I guess they they told him, learning afterwards they had already told, like, they don't know there's some dudes in a red car. We was in a red Toyota Tercel.
Wow.
My car was in the shop actually.
Wow.
I had just gotten an accident. My fucking windows was busted out. Oh, that's
shit.
Another story. Why busted out. I was from a fight with Yo, I was wild, man. But so they charged me with the first charges was attempted murder. It was attempted murder, first degree assault, illegal discharge of a firearm. You know how many they put a lot of charges on you. Whatever, I don't know the other one. I just know the major ones.
They don't. Yo, bro, they just do what they want.
Yeah, but then they dropped it down to when I went to trial with this shit, so they dropped it down to first degree assault, since it was like it was equal combat. I guess they called it something like that, equal combat or some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I was facing 32 years.
Damn.
Yeah, 32 years, and
so what happened? I mean,
I got
lawyer was pretty good then.
Yeah, I had a guy named his name was Sean Kaufman, Jewish guy.
Oh, they're great.
And he told me he was
I'm saying was great lawyers. Some of them are great. I
he told me he was like you can win this. He said, but if you want me to get you a deal, I can get you a deal. He said it's up to you. I was like, fuck it, let's go to trial. Cause I'm lying. I was lying, saying I was the victim when I know I was the aggressor at the time.
Yeah.
Even though I got shot, but I was lying and say they shot first. But no, I can say honestly, without I shot first. Yeah, but I went to trial. I found guilty.
Damn.
They sentenced me to 15 years. Yeah.
15 years.
15 years I got sentenced to. And the lawyer I had for my appeal, she was bad. She got me 5 years knocked off that 15-year sentence off of one word. They used dangerous force instead of saying deadly force. They said dangerous. For either which way it went. It either went dangerous. They were supposed to say dangerous, but they said deadly, or they were supposed to say deadly and they said dangerous. From that one word got me 5 years knocked off my sentence. You know what I mean? And the great thing about it was I got a great lawyer, because my mom was she was pretty much in the politics. She was judge of elections for the Southwest Philly district, the King Session area. Yeah, she was the judge of elections. So she ran the polls, and she used to go to all the conferences with the senators and the congressmen.
Yeah.
So my mom was a little bit connected. When I got booked,
he said what the plea deal was they were offering you.
I told him I didn't want no plea.
No plea deal? You took it to trial?
Yeah, I went to trial.
What? So what was the word again?
They use. So I can't actually remember.
Arthur, you took it to trial.
They took one word, either deadly, and they were supposed to say dangerous, or they said dangerous and was supposed to say deadly in the transcript. So that one word got 5 years knocked off my sentence.
Damn.
And so I had a lot of backing. Like, my mom contacted the senators and congressmen from here. They contacted the senators and congress people in
and I'm
Colorado.
sure your military did that help.
Military, exactly. Colorado. They even my mom even got a petition signed from the hood.
Oh yeah.
They she got in contact with the secretary, whoever was Clinton's secretary at the time, left him a message. Clinton even sent something to these to Colorado. That shit, like, I had some, my mom was she was bad.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, my mom was bad.
So so you got sentenced to what? What was your final deal?
15 years. So I got 10 years. So I served on 10 years. So it was 2 months a year. I did 3 years and 8 months.
3 years and 8 months
on a 10-year sentence.
And because that time you didn't have to do 80% of your time, right? No. So
nope.
Damn. So you did any time in the hole?
No whole time.
So now this is where it gets a little exciting. So now his story doesn't just stop there. So now you're in jail, right? Colorado, what jail?
Colorado. I was in
80, not that max, right?
Well. Oh, okay. So Supermax thing. So before I had to go to the state, I had to get a federal number for military business or whatever the reason was. I had to go to Florence. So that's the Supermax. That's where Noriega, Larry Hoover, was Gotti there? No, Gotti wasn't.
Yeah, he was there.
No, Gotti when Gotti get booked? 95 or something.
Yeah, I don't know. If
so no, Gotti, no, he wasn't there when I got there. Yeah, he came after I came because I only stayed there. I stayed in Supermax for a week.
Yeah,
I only stayed there for a week. But it's crazy, like that shit. Okay, you ever seen how the Grand Canyon is?
Yeah.
So it's a mountain. So this shit is a mountain. You saw this shit is one way in and one way out that motherfucker by land. You can come in by helicopter.
John Wayne Gacy was there too.
Gacy was there. I think Gacy was there. Yeah. Yep. So it's one way in. Noriega was there. Like Hoover was there. Motherfucking God, he wasn't here yet. I think he said John Wayne Gacy. Any motherfucking famous motherfucker that did some shit.
I heard it was Vicious
was there,
man.
Was there. 23-hour lockdown.
Gangs there too.
Yeah, that's 23-hour lockdown prison. Like you get 1 hour out. That's a Supermax.
And that's like that 1 hour they put you in the cage or you just
that's a Supermax.
Damn. So now
I was only there for a week. I had to go get a number. Then that's when they switched me back to the state.
So you went to state.
Yeah, I had to go back to the state.
He said, did you ever meet? He said, did you get tired of civilian or were you tired of, did you get tired? Did you get tried as civilian or were you tried?
I got tried as both. So what they did was while they wanted to get me
for real?
Yeah. So but when they sent me to the
Here,
army
Bruce City, look what we're gonna get into that. Look what he got. You see that GD?
Yeah, GD.
We're gonna get into that.
GD.
Yeah.
GD.
Look,
I was with some GDs when I was in the jail, and I met some GDs in Chicago. That's crazy. GDs in Chicago.
Watch, that's what we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, so I get to the state, pen, and I don't know no fucking body. Like I'm not from here. I don't know no fucking body. I'm just walking the yard. Yeah. No, they call me. They gave me the name Gangster.
Gangster.
Yeah. Because GDs, Chicago GDs, gave me the name Gangster. They call me Gangster.
Is there any of them dudes you can talk about?
Yeah. Spade. The close dude I was with, Spade. From Chi-Town.
You mean Hoover? Did you?
I mean Larry Hoover. No. Spade.
So now this is GDs he's with. Shout out to the GDs. You know, God bless, be safe.
My man was Spade.
All
Ron
the street
C.
dudes, be safe out there.
Yeah, my man Ron C. These are all GDs. Ron C. Big Head.
He said, "Look, were you tried by military court martial by civil criminal justice system?"
Both. Yes. That's why when I had to go to the Fed to get the number, then they dropped everything. It was like, just go ahead to the state and the state handle it. Yeah. So I mean, I'm in the jail and I'm walking the yard one day. So these boys see me.
Telling you, War, like I'm trying to I was saying before, not to cut you off, I'm trying to get into. I mean, it's my brother here, but I have a lot of other people lined up. I'm trying to get away from that mob too, like whatever. I'm not going anywhere. The trolls and everything and the families that are being affected. And, it's just, to me, it's not, I have a big story too. I didn't even tell my story yet. I mean, people can say whatever they want. These guys come on here like this guy, nothing on motorcycles. He never did nothing like these guys.
Yeah, listen,
and I don't even want to glorify nothing.
Let them argue with themselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what you do. Let them argue with themselves.
And that's what I'm saying. So that's what Robbie always told me before.
Listen,
Mikey, stop worrying.
My motto is, I always been, is either something or it's nothing. Mm-hmm. I didn't do the in between, going back and forth.
It's not done yet, Arthur. We still got more. I did that already.
Yeah, my motto was,
War's a good dude.
It's either something or it's nothing. I don't do in between arguing.
He
back
said
and forth.
Military court martial by the civilian courts, both of them.
Yeah. I got what was it called? What's the military court? So CID, the lower law enforcement inside is called CID. Yeah. CID investigated me. They had me in the stockade.
That's what they call them in here. Out this way.
Yeah, I was in the stockade on post for 30 days. Then my bond got revoked because I was in the stockade. They didn't take me to my goddamn court date. So as soon as I got out the stockade, I had to go back to the county jail. Had to bail out again. I bailed out 3 times on this case. $1,500 every time. And my mom had to put her house up every fucking time.
So when you're upstate, you meet these guys, these GDs. They calling you gangster.
Yeah.
They start.
They call me gangster. So I'm walking the yard. These boys, they just looking at me. And they just like, it was like, boy named Spady came up. He's like, excuse me, can I talk to you for a minute? I'm like, yeah, what's up? He was like, where you from? I was like, Philly. Like Philly, you like, I got a homeboy over here from Philly, blah blah blah. So it was one person there from Philly, but he hadn't been in Philly since he was like 5, so he really wasn't from Philly. But they
they were claiming Philly.
Yeah, he was claiming, I got claiming Philly. But anyway, he was like, yeah, I mean, he was like, we always see you walking, you know what I mean, no disrespect, but like,
who you
want to, this boy named Spade, GD. He was like, if you want to, you know what I mean, you could,
was he like a high ranking dude?
Yeah, he was like, well, it was what was the boy that was called the leader, like, of the set? What was he called? Somebody who the GD boy? GD boy. What's the name of what they call a leader of the set? I forgot what the name of, but that was a boy name. His name was Lieutenant. His real name was Lieutenant. His last name was Campbell.
Oh, Eddie Gallagher. Oh yeah, I remember Eddie Gallagher. That dude recently got jammed up.
That's great. I'm glad he got found not guilty.
So you start meeting these guys in the yard. Well, you start working out with them.
Yeah, I'm working out. Yeah, I mean, I was part of a little gang. I wasn't GD, but yeah, I mean, like I was with GD. I was with the Gangsters Disciples from Chicago. So yeah, I mean, I'm fucking with them. Like I learned about they little hand Johns, they little Johns like this, pitchforks or whatever, little handshake, pitchfork handshake. Yeah, I mean, so this is another part of the journey of my life and shit. Yeah, I mean, so pretty much I'm fucking with them. So yeah, so y'all heard of Sureño 13. Yeah, I mean, Sureño 13, SUR 13. Like they got, what's the other one called 13? So it's MS 13 and Sureño 13. So Sureños are the Southern California gang members, and we got the Norteños and the Sureños. So so big head, a little. He a GD. He's a little small dude though. He's short. He like 5'5", 5'6", weigh 120 pounds, fucking soaking wet. So he get into it. They don't know he GD. The Mexicans don't know he GD. So he get into it with one of the Mexicans and shit. So they about to fuck him up. And who was it? Spade? Somebody called me. It was like, yo, gangsta. So I'm going over there and shit. They see me coming. So Mexicans like, shit. Fuck. I mean, so at this time, I'm big as shit. I weigh like 220. I'm talking about fucking niggas thought I was on steroids, how big I was. Like, that's how fucking big I got. Like, worked out 6 days a week for 3 years straight. So I'm big than a motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, so yeah. So it came to an agreement that we gonna get it in. Me and the Mexican, whoever the Mexican boy was. I don't know who the fuck he was. So these niggas, they brought phone books and all types of shit to the yard. We strapping up, talking about phone books, your ears, magazines around your arm and shit. Got the knives ready. So we go to the yard. It's supposed to go down in the fucking yard and shit. Of course, somebody told. Don't know who it was. Somebody alerted the authorities. So when we out there, we kind of see they on height security. So it's a chick. She a guard, old head. She probably like in her. So I'm fighting 24, 25. She probably like 38, 40, something like that. She up there with the motherfucking M14. So they had M14s in the prison. And she up there and she just watching, looking at me. So somebody must have told her like that, yeah, he the one about to get it on. So she just looking at me. And every time I move, she'd be like she got the weapon like this. And every time I move, she like this. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, you see this lady up there? He was like, yeah. So they was like, yo, this shit can't go down because they know. And they going to start tearing our asses up. I don't know if they had rubber bullets in there or real bullets in the M14s. But, yeah, that shit got called off, man. I was angry anyway. I was ready to get it in, but the way I look and the way I was built, ain't nobody want no fucking problems at all. Not glorifying it, but you got to be a lion. You got to become a lion, a beast when you in them type places, man. Got to cut off your emotions. Can't handle emotions. You got to just cut all ties off in order to make it through that shit. That was the worst thing I ever went through. That fucking prison. Well, no, besides my mom passing away, that prison shit is the worst, man. Being away from your kids. Like I had youngest too. My daughter was 3 months. My youngest daughter was 3 months. Well, my youngest daughter at the time was 3 months when I went in. And I didn't get out until she was almost 4. Yeah, she was almost 4 years old. She was 3 and some change when I got out of prison. My oldest son, he was 8. My youngest son, he was 6 when I got out. So you got to figure they was 4, 2, and 3 months when I went to prison. So I get out, he 8, he's 6, and she almost 4. You know what I mean? That's that prison shit, man. I don't wish that on nobody. So I'll be talking to a lot of kids right now and letting them know, like, that prison shit is not fun, man. It's not fun at all. You're not going to have any.
Yeah.
It's not fun at all, man. So.
You want to join?
Oh, yeah, these my shits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what part you at right now?
Yeah, so I'm telling them, about the prison, I was telling them about the Mexicans and shit. We very rumble the Mexicans.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
Yeah. No, somebody told the authorities already. So they knew. Like I told them, like the lady, the guard lady, she must have knew it was me. Because every time I moved, she was like jerky. They had M14s. So she was, and I just had my eyes on her.
Still 7.62, that will fuck you up, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yes, I did. I was in Greeley, Colorado. I was in Golden, Colorado. I can't remember the name of the places, but I was in a few places. But listen to this. So when I got to my last place, so you go from maximum to minimum, and minimum restricted. So when I got to a minimum, they let me get my license. I got to drive a van of prisoners from the prison to a warehouse every day for 5 days a week. Yeah, Monday through Friday. I was a fucking van driver in prison.
Damn.
So I got to hit some Jones while I was in prison. Because we was actually like free. We had 2 pairs of civilian clothes that you could have. We worked in a warehouse in the community. It was a community-based prison to work warehouse job. It was pretty much fun. It was like a thrift store. I worked in like a thrift store. But I was on the downside of my prison term. I think I got there when I had like a year left.
Damn.
And this was in Golden, Colorado. What was it called? Fort Smith or some shit like that. Yeah. Yeah, but I had to do that here.
No, but I'm saying, so where you right now?
I'm still in Colorado.
Oh shit! You're still in Colorado, so now you're in the jail. You're going through the shit with these guys.
Yeah. Did
they have your back though?
Yeah, I was good. It's something like I come from a regal bloodline. I've been protected my whole life. They're around me right now. I don't worry about shit from nothing or nobody. That's how I know I made it through a lot of shit from my protection and what I got around me.
You think you have anything to do with, like, not just Indian, but I'm saying ancestral around that time, that spirit?
Yeah, that's what it is. Ancestral.
Yeah.
Universe, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
God, whatever you call it, whatever your religion is, or whatever. I used to be religious, but not anymore because I didn't say I know the truth, but I just know what I know. My ancestors got my back, my front, my side, my top, my below me. I'm good. Don't worry about nothing. But yeah, so
they bounced my uncle around. He was a president of a motorcycle club, but when he went the first time, when he did 10 years, he was a high profile dude, man. It was everywhere.
Yeah,
because they had all that meth and shit and all that. So he went up doing I think it was 10, but they moved him everywhere because he didn't tell them.
So one of my spots, I ran into some Chicago mobsters. DeAndreas.
Oh, Andreas?
Yeah, DeAndreas. So it was a dad, Stephen Jr. was the guy I was locked up with. He looked just like If you ever saw, he looked like Curly, but he just had a big ass Italian nose, and that was my fucking man. Called him Italy.
Italy.
Yeah, his name was Italy. Stephen D'Andrea.
Damn.
He was trying. He told me when I got out, he's like, "I got some shit buried if you want it." Like this, how close we him got.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man, got really close. But when I called his wife when I got out, she was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." I'm in the halfway house. I called his wife up. I'm like, "Listen, this gangster." I told her, I said, "This Ed." I said, "Steven told me to call you when I got out. He said you might have some fun." She was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Banged on me. I knew it was over then. So I wrote him the shit. I told him what happened. I sent him my number. He was like, "Man, this bitch." He was like, "Man, fuck her, blah, blah." Because he had 35 years to do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so he's like, "Man, fuck that bitch. She
took all that shit.
Yeah, he's like, she spent all my money, found the shit because he said he had some shit buried. He said she took all that shit and did whatever she did with it. I was like, damn, I could have been up like a motherfucker. He said they used to get their shit from Mexico, right? He said his dad, they had the oil trucks, transport oil. And he said in the inside, so they had it was like two containers. So the outside container, they built all the coke around on the outside, and the inside container was where they had the oil. So if he said if you stuck the stick in there and bring it back up, it's going to be oil. But on the outside of that oil tanker, said it'd be lined with kilos of cocaine.
Yeah.
He said they used to bring in like 1,000 at a time.
Damn.
On one of them trucks or something like that, 1,000 kilos at a time. So in Chicago mobster, so they had that access. Like he was running everything down to me, man. I thought I was going to be up. I'm like, "Yo, baby, up." He was like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
He's probably just talking shit just so you can have a little bit of protection, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes, they don't have no big protection in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened to John Gotti when he was in there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't wish.
Kind of lose that.
I don't wish nobody, but he was in there. He was paying MABs though. They said. I read before he was paying for protection and shit and all that. But
so a lot of that, because a lot of times they're not gonna put you with unless when you go unless a lot of time motherfuckers join a gang. But somebody like him, he has to pay for protection. He's a target.
Yeah, and the thing is though, if you go there and you're in there, like. It's not even about talking or being disrespectful. The fact of the matter is that the shit happens like that, man. And when you're not in the street, you really don't have. A lot of guys don't have the same clout because jail's a whole different thing. The prisons run a whole different way.
Yeah. It's way different. And I was in there. It was the Brotherhood.
So
that Crips, Bloods, Gang Disciples, Vice Lords, Norteños, Mexican Mafia. It was all in all them jails I went to.
You did 3 years, 8 months?
Mm-hmm.
3 years, 8 months. Now you get parole.
Get parole. So I'm in a halfway house.
Were you technically like did they put you on or did they like
did you leave? When I got out? No.
That's good. But that was your homies.
Yeah, they were just my homies. But when I got out, when I was in the halfway house, I ran into a Spade.
You never like tried to get with them or nothing?
Yeah. We stayed in contact for years. But then as years went on, this was like 95, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. We 2022 right now, so kind of lost contact. And I ain't been to Colorado since 2001. I got out. I left Colorado in 2000. I had to go back, get my parole switched to Philly. Yeah, I mean,
now you're in Philly. You're on parole.
So my mom got sick, and they was like, "You can go." They just let me roll from the halfway house. It was like, boom, you going. We paroling you. You go. I get back to Philly and shit. You know what I mean? I got back in August of 2000. And she passed in November of 2000. November the 9th. She passed away. November the 9th, 2000. You got to figure I was 29 at the time.
Man, bro.
I was the baby. That shit fucked me up. You know what I mean? Because I figured I was like, only really got 19 years with my mom. Because you figure I went in at 19 and then I only saw her 2 times when I was in that 2 years.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, I mean, that shit fucked me up. But yeah, so I'm back in Philly now. I'm on parole. Got to do 5 years. So what else am I going to do? I'm looking for a job.
That ain't working out, right?
I do get a job at the oil refinery.
Okay. Not union though?
Yeah. By the time I did get in the union, they had laid me off. They ain't called me back in until the next year. So in between that time, and we're doing 7 10s, 7 10-hour Jones. That's what they called me for. You know, at that time in 2000, you was getting 20, 25 an hour. So them motherfucking checks was husky. So you know, but I put them to work. Yeah, I mean, I put them to work to make sure I maintain this shit for a little while.
Yeah, he said, "I said R.I.P. to your mom."
Yeah, that was
so
a
now,
bad time.
Were you're home now? Is that when you like start? You know, you had kids at that time, your son?
Yeah. I had 3 kids at that time.
Kids.
Well, 4.
All your kids were the same girl, right?
No.
No, with 2.
Yeah, I got with 2. I got a daughter in Texas. I never met her. I had a one-night stand with her mom.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a condom broke. I never met her. She moved to Arizona when she got pregnant. She told me she was pregnant, but then she just moved on me. She was young. She was 18. I was 29, so she was 18, about to turn 19. So she was a baby. Yeah, I mean, she was from Guam, Guamani. I like them foreigners.
She was Catholic.
I like women like I like my cars.
Big Catholic presence in Guam. All Catholic.
Yeah, she was Catholic. Guamani. Her dad was German. Her mom was Guamani.
Man.
Yeah, I like my women like I like my cars. And exotics, like foreign and exotic. But no, yeah. So I had a daughter named Virginia, and I got 3 kids by
Sorry, guys, I was hungry.
Norwegian, a nice Norwegian lady, where her family's from Norway. The Gundersons. The Gundersons from Norway. Yeah. So yeah, I got some mixed kids.
So now, yeah, that's cool though. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, you hear that? Mixed kids.
Yeah.
We don't deal that racism shit. We hate all that.
You're supposed to spread your seed around the world.
Yeah.
Populate the world. That's what men are supposed to be doing.
Definitely.
Not just fucking the fuck, but you know. That's so, I mean, you know that age.
Now, to get to speed up some things, how do you he said I had a condom break. I didn't get a kid. I got a bacteria STD. Bruce said,
oh shit.
Damn, remember when we had all them listen, we had a point in time where we were probably moving about, remember the Z-Packs? Mm-hmm. We were moving Z-Packs. I had a girl worked at a doctor's office. They were going for $20, but they were going fast, man. And I remember Viagra and all that hit the scene, and they were going too.
Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah.
So now fucking MDMA came.
Yeah, that's even crazy. Yeah. So now you're doing your thing, whatever. I know you had another unfortunate event that came.
Yes.
What year was that?
So now this is 2007. Possession of a firearm.
He did doing that.
I mean, I possessed simple possession of firearms. A felon with a firearm. So I walked off 5 years parole. City getting real dangerous. I ain't want to get caught lacking. You know what I mean? So
another reason, like I'm saying, like, you know, convicted felons can't carry guns, can't protect yourself.
Yeah, can't protect ourselves.
So, but yet, you know,
they do have something called burner guns, though. You heard of burner?
Yeah,
I got one of them.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. How you like it?
I like that, John. Right.
Yeah, you carry that with you?
Yeah. Self-defense.
No, because guess what? I was gonna buy one too, man. I like them.
Yeah, they self-defense.
What is the CO2 they carry?
They carry it's pepper balls, pepper balls.
Yeah, it's like paintballs, right?
Yeah, but they got peppers, like pepper spray.
That'll hurt somebody.
And it's going like.
Yeah, but even if you hit the body, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. But
what is it? $300 or something?
$400 for the whole joint. You get a big ass. The gun is big as shit. It look real like a motherfucker. It comes as you get 5 balls in a clip. So you can add the balls. You can use a pepper spray. You can use just a hard ass ball.
Just hit somebody in the face. He's dropping his gun with that.
Yeah. They fuck you up. Yeah. I let my son shoot cats with it.
Yeah.
Like, then you waste my pepper ball.
Yeah, don't do that. We love animals. He's just joking. Yeah. He said he wanted to shoot cats. He said, no, we're joking.
Shoot cats. You tell him, like, what the fuck is
Yo, kids, every kid. Yo, I remember when I was young, I wanted to shoot rabbits, and my uncle, they came from the ones around here are wild, but he was from Italy. He died. He was a gangster up in Connecticut. Long story. I'll never say his name, but he Frankie Rizzo. He's in Hawaii. Frankie's my brother. Listen, his great grandfather, World War I, his grandfather, World War II in Korea, his uncle, Vietnam, right? He was in Desert Storm with his brother And he was the convoy, Black Hawk Down, to get them guys out there. He was in Somalia. Frankie Rizzo, you're here. I'm trying to get them people over here. What? This is not content? I mean, Black Hawk Down. He was there. He lived it. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Frankie Rizzo?
I'm a drug dealer.
Yeah. Street
soldier,
soldier.
A prisoner. A college student.
You went to college. So the second time, what happened though? You were just trying to protect yourself.
Yeah, I'm just carrying. Get pulled over.
You want some water or something? Are you good?
Yeah.
Almost left you.
Need some more.
Huh?
Yeah, I need some more.
All right, cool.
Get pulled over. Of course, they make me get out the car. Well, you know when they ring your tags, they saw I was an ex-felon. They're like, you got any guns on you? I'm like, no. Of course, I had one on me. That's the thing, you know. When you're a felon, you can't carry guns anymore, man. That's why I got the burner going. But yeah. Dang. There with that water. So now I get so Philly is different. I guess every state is different. I get a 3 to 9. So crazy about the 3 to 9 though. I didn't know exactly what I had until I was about 3 months into the sentence. All I know is this: when I kind of turned my life towards I don't know what you want to call it. I ain't gonna say religion. I kind of turned my life over to God, the universe, or whatever you want to call it. I prayed one night. I fasted. Now I didn't know anything about fasting. You know, I prayed every night just about. And I prayed one night and I fasted for a whole 24 hours. I don't know what I was doing, but I was being led by the Spirit. This I know now I was. And I said, I don't know what I have. I don't know what the sentence I had, because when the judge said, all I heard was 2 to 7. And once he said that, he kept on talking, but I didn't hear him anymore. I looked at my girl, and she just looked at me, and they was like, "You want to delay? You want to delay your sentence?" You know, I could have stayed out for 3 more months, and I was like, "No, that's gonna make it harder." I said, "Let me go get this shit over with right now." So I'm in 3 months in. So you get green sheets to tell you exactly what your charges are, exactly tell you, how much time you got. So before I got that, I just said, God, I'm gonna be out of here in 2 years. So I said, I don't know. I got 3 to 9. I think I got 2 to 7. I thought I had a 2 to 7. I don't know. I got 3 to 9. But I prayed and fasted, talked to God, talked to the universe, whatever. And I said, I don't care what I have. I'm gonna be out of here in 2 years. I got out of there in 2 years to the day. Now, it was a loophole, the halfway house. That's what got me to, I was supposed to do 3 years straight. I did 2 years straight and got 1 year in the halfway house. And do a whole year in the halfway house. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's when I knew, like, I always kind of knew God was real and God was on my side. But this one I really knew. This one I really started getting into that vibration, that energy. I mean, that good vibration, that good energy. You get back what you put out. You know what I mean? I start really learning that. You always kind of know that. But when it hits you, you start to really know it. So whatever you put out is what you get back. You put out good, you're going to get back good. You put out bad, bad going to come back. It's going to work its way around. That shit is real. Whatever goes around, comes around. This is real. So every day I try to, put out as good as I can. Give, whether it's time, money, advice, you know what I mean? Whatever it may be, I try to give it. That's who I am. I try to give whatever I have, whatever I can give, like whatever you need from me. And I always kind of been like that. I always been that type of person anyway. Come from a good bloodline, good family background. So I always was a giver anyway. But this just reinforces. So like I went in overdrive and giving my time and everything else. You know what I mean? So, being in that second prison stint, even though it was only 2 years, that was the hardest 2 years. I mean, a hard 2 years, man. I had my mom was gone. I mean, my girl, she stayed with me. She rode the whole 2 years with me. Yep. We still together. 21 years. In fact, I met her 2 days after my mom passed, November 11th, 2000. We've been together ever since then. November 11th, 2000. So it'll be 22 years in November. Damn. Yeah, we've been together a long time. I mean, 22 years in November. I know a lot of people saying, why you ain't get married? I got married when I was 21. Marriage ain't nothing but a piece of paper. I know it's supposed to be looked at in the eyes of God, but if you with somebody, you love them, you can make it work. 22 years. I never thought I could make 22 years with one woman. Yeah, I mean, but I did it. It is working. It's working really good. And I'm proud of myself. I know my mom proud of me. She used to hate when I try to be a player. But yeah, I know she proud of me being with the same woman, and she would have loved this woman. And the crazy thing is, you know how they say boys, they date women like their mother. She's the splitting, I ain't gonna say splitting image of my mom, but
I had to take care of something like
her
that.
ways and everything is like my mom. Tuesday ways, her name Tuesday. Her ways and everything is like my mom. She's a Sagittarius like my mom. So
my daughter's Sagittarius.
Being with her for 22 years, you know, we got 20. It'll be 22 years in November. Yeah,
man,
22 years, November 11th. Like I told them, I met her two days after my mom passed.
Damn.
So that's how I know that's another thing that God sent me somebody that I needed at the time, because it was going to be a fucked up time. In 2 years, from 2000 until I went to college in 2000, and when I go to college, 2002.
2002.
I think 2002, 2003. Yeah. But in 2 years.
How long did you go for
college? I went to 2 years.
2 years. That's cool.
Yeah.
What did you get? Associates.
Associates. I needed was it 9 credits that I never went and got. I needed 9 credits to get my associates. Never went back and got it. Used that GI Bill though. That came in handy.
How was that?
That GI Bill? Yeah, that paid for your college.
I mean, imagine that, man. You're in the 2 wars. You're in one with your brother. Your whole family's warriors. You come home, you get shot. Then you wind up trying to keep yourself protected. You get in trouble.
Go to prison twice.
Go to prison twice. Trying to protect yourself. You know, you get shot here, not there. But at the whole time, you're a father. You always keep in touch with your kids, man. You do jail time. Still got a smile on your face, talking about God.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole message. I mean, this is a dude that's been through a lot, man. A lot of people couldn't even, you know. Yeah, Cole got the munchies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. Like
yeah, this dude's got a hell of a story, man. I told him we're working on that now. We're gonna get some shit started. You should get associates together like that. Yeah, man. I have like 18 credits. I gotta finish.
I need 9 credits.
What's it? 60?
Yeah.
So I mean,
50,
anyway, the whole thing for him coming on tonight, I want to thank my brother, because you know what guys don't understand is these are like relationships that you have and sustain, and even from, you know, growing up 2 different backgrounds or whatever, it doesn't matter. You still have that connection. And a guy who did 2 tours, man, you got Somalia, Desert Storm, him and his brother at the same time. Like I said, like, I want to change this whole narrative. I think there's different content that needs to be brought to the light and to this YouTube thing. Now, obviously, other guys go on, they have, I don't know, 200-300 people in the chat. But what does that matter? You still have people who's interested, who care, and show you support. And then eventually, down the line, people see you and they understand that you're not a bullshitter, you're not a liar. You stand on what you say, and you mean what you say.
That's one of the things I learned. You keep your word. If you could go through a whole day, I'm talking about not even a little lie, no lying at all. That shit is hard, man. Like to stand on your word, like I tell everybody down to this day. If you do what you say you're gonna do, you won't have too many problems in life. If you do what you say you're gonna do, you gotta do what you say you're gonna do. If you stick to your word, you stick to your word. If you keep your word, because that's all we got. It's our fucking word, man. You keep your word, yo, sky's the limit. There is no limit.
It's like when we were coming up, though, we knew, though, you get caught with a gun, you're doing 5 years. I mean, if you're a felon. Now, kids are not scared of nothing.
That's dark. Man, he's good as shit.
I don't know to mess with that, but that's French dressing, just a little bit of barbecue doing. So, Ed coming on and telling a story. I mean, there's so much more that that's Ed, when you realized you were in QFR to get the Rangers and Delta guys, you ever anything? I don't know. Did you ever know what you were headed for?
No. Didn't know at all.
No
we knew
idea. In Somalia.
All we knew is that we had to get somebody out of some situation. We knew it was a chopper that went down. We didn't know. I didn't know the 2 choppers went down. At that time, no, it wasn't too. No, that was more like Iraq and Afghanistan. Contractors came in, but yeah, we didn't know what we were going into. Like, you didn't know. Like, I didn't really know until I saw the fucking movie. Like, it was some real shit. I mean, we got the report when we got back, but you don't know what you're going into. We didn't know. We just know the helicopters was down and people needed our help, and we had to get to them. That's all. That's all the fuck we knew. And I always keep harping on this because we were so antsy that we had to wait for these goddamn Pakistanis in this armor, and we were so mad about that.
Were they like purposely taking time, or?
Yeah, they had to get authorization from the UN, and it was crazy. Like it was like stupid to me.
So wait, why? I mean, to go to Somalia?
No, to get the APCs from the Pakistanis to come help us go get the
in Somalia.
Right. It's from in Somalia. Because like I said, it was a UN peacekeeping mission.
I got you.
So they were the only guys over there with armor.
Wow.
It was the Pakistanis.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, so we had to wait for them.
And a lot of people think they have nothing.
Yeah. Now Pakistan got some shit. They got a nuke and everything. Pakistan got nukes. But this is deterrence from India. So India got nukes, Pakistan got nukes.
Yeah, Black Hawk Down. He was there.
Yeah, so
Cookie.
The thing that ate us up the most was because
he said Somalia was by far the worst situation he ever been in. He thought ever. Arthur, and that's what I'm saying, bro. Arthur, listen, you're a great guy. You always every day and say and give, flowers to people, our soldiers. God rest their souls. But Arthur, like this to me, I think is real content. This is something right here that, his story alone, man, and it's all real. I mean, he's there, Black Hawk Down. I mean, just the sacrifice, A lot of people want to hear the drama, Arthur. So really, it's just, I keep reiterating that because it's like, I just don't understand. I'm so intrigued too. I mean, it's my boy. There's a lot that I know, a lot that I didn't know. And, it's just to hear that and to share that, see somebody living Desert Storm with your brother, your whole family, your whole lineage is warriors, and to still have a smile, to know I got his back, he's got my back, and to get out of the street, change your life, 2 times in jail, people to see that and maybe be inspired to understand that there's always hope. It doesn't matter what age you are.
You can come back from anything.
Anything, man.
That's what I always tell people. You can come back from anything. If you put the right purpose behind your energy, you put the right purpose behind your vibration or whatever you want to call it, there's nothing you can't come back from. You know what I mean? Forgiveness is key. Forgiving people is key. Forgiving yourself is key. So I learned these things right here. You ask God to forgive you.
Yeah.
You forgive those who hurt you. You ask those that you hurt for forgiveness. And then you got to forgive yourself.
Oh, yeah.
The hardest thing is to forgive yourself. That shit is hard to do because you don't never want to be seen as, in your own eyes, we're our own worst critic of ourselves. Oh, yeah. We're hard. And can't nobody else be. It's us. When you look in the mirror, it's you against you. You're not against really nobody else. You're against yourself.
That's it.
You know what I mean? In this life, you're against yourself. If you can master yourself, anybody else that'd be around really easy. I mean, life can really be easy. You can make it easy or you can make it hard.
Matter of fact, You wouldn't even believe the stuff that he has on his. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's do something real quick. I'm gonna see. Hold on, here we go. So we're gonna do something. I know it's getting late. We can't get home.
I got some spirits in here.
Just wine, but I don't know if you'll drink that though. It's that Dago stuff. Stuff I make.
I'm talking about real spirits.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, positive. Hey Robbie, I dropped that link if you want to pop on. Ask a couple questions. He was over there too. He did some things.
He was in Somalia?
No, he was over there in I forget where he was in the Navy, but he was Iraq. I think Iraq. Yeah, so like, you know, what I'm trying to do, Arthur, is bring a different, you know, you guys, come on, everybody on here on both sides has to admit it's enough. It's exhausting, man. Because everybody on there, there's like this genre. It's supposed to be like a mob too. It's supposed to be like everybody following the mob and telling stories. Then all hell broke out. There's like this side against this side, that side against this side.
Yeah, it's always you know, either they're sent to cause
Take care, bro. Have a great night. God bless you and your family, bro.
Whenever stuff like that happens with y'all, you know they were either sent or somebody just like
they do.
Division
all the time.
That's why you can't never have any groups that's going against like whoever. Yeah. They're always going to get infiltrated.
Oh yeah, I know.
Can't keep secrets like this.
No, they can't. You know, it's crazy. It's how it all unraveled, man. It all unraveled there a lot of time. Mm-hmm. You know,
that's what happened.
Yo, here we go.
Nothing too good at all.
Hey, what's going on there, Battle?
Yeah, we got.
What's going on, man?
Is your thing in?
Yeah, I can.
Oh.
I say what I mean and mean what I say. I'm gonna smoke this weed right here. Damn it, I'm gonna
do it. I know that's right. It's right.
Yeah. Damn it. You know what? Listening to the whole story, I loved it. Damn it, I wish you stayed the fuck home that night.
Yeah, me too, man. Both nights. You know what's so crazy? The first night, the first time I got in it, my wife, she was fighting me not to go out. So I know that was the spirit trying to get her to stop me from going out, and I just pushed past her. She even punched me in the eye and everything. And I still went out. The next night, the next time I got locked up, I was supposed to be going to get a pizza, right? From Pizza Hut. My cousin called me and was like, can you take me to GameStop real fast so I can get the game before it closed? That's why I was speeding. So he felt guilty a whole lot about that. You know, Ty Locke.
Oh, yeah.
Tyree Locke.
Yeah.
So he felt bad because he was like, damn, I should have just went and got that pizza and took my ass back home. But me being who I am, I was like, I'll take you.
You being a Philly guy, you getting a pizza from Pizza Hut makes me want to arrest you. How you going to
man? It wasn't no stores open. I can get one.
Oh, man.
You know, everything closed. Nah.
He's a Navy guy.
You were in Colorado.
He's from South Philly.
And that's big.
His old man was, you know, the streets and all, and he lives now in Florida.
Oh, and where in Florida? I just moved from Florida.
Orlando.
I was in Brooksville. Oh, I was in Brooksville.
You were by Ocala.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. You were six, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but listen, my brother had retired out there, so I went to visit him in 2019, right? So when I went my first time in Florida, so I was like, yo, I think I could live like this for a little while.
Yeah, it's good.
I did it for 2 years. 2 years was long enough.
Honestly, I can't. I lived all over the world because I had a long career. My military career was, I'm retired. Mm-hmm. So I lived everywhere, Asia, Europe, Middle East, everywhere. But you know what? There's nothing to me like living in Florida, man. I really love it, man. I can't lie.
I loved it too. Ron the Savage, the Savage is a beast. I fucked with him, boy.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, we love our governor here, man.
Yeah, man, he's a beast.
What's wrong with the picture, Robbie? That this whole bullshit in this mob tube that, guy like your impeccable service. I mean, this guy was there, Black Hawk Down. Him and his brother served Desert Storm together.
Yeah.
To me, I think that's interesting. I think, I told you, man. What did I tell you? I'm changing, man. I don't, even if I only do one a week or
No, I think you caught on to something, bro. I think you caught on to something. And, you know, I'll be honest, this was a great show. It really was. I loved it. You know, I watched you hitting the heavy bag over there. You know, you look pretty good too on the bag.
I think I got to learn something a little bit. Nah, I was just messing. You know what I did? I didn't want to hit it the way I really hit it because they're going to talk shit either way. So I figured, you know what? Let me do a little, you know, but I mean, I'm like you. I could do it. I'd rather not, man. Like my mission on life, like, I mean, you've seen everything this guy's been through, man. I would
have went to North Philly and went to the gym and got like a real pro, brought him down, but then like put him in like put a hood, like you'd be wearing a hood, and then real quickly we'd swap him and have him with the hood turn hitting the bag, and you look like fucking Sugar Ray Leonard, brother. You'd be back. You look like Tyson fucking denting that bag and shit. That would be hilarious. Let them make fun of that.
You know what's crazy though? That's actually one of my best things, hitting the bag. I'm really, really good at it. So like,
it's great.
Because of my injuries and everything that goes on, I went to the doctor today, and she wants me now to go get my back. They think that the screw might be coming out loose in my back, and my dad, they think, just had another slight heart attack. And it's just, you know, I'm here with my boy having a great time because, like, you know, everything we've been through, and it's all pot. Say that. What'd you say? Yeah. He did the what's the name too? What's that saying you do? What is that the Army thing?
That's Army. That's an Army thing. Yeah. Hua. They say hua.
So what's the jokes now? What's the jokes between the Army and the Navy? Any of them? Or?
Pretty much the Army and the Marines.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe not too much.
I know that there was many Army dudes that saw me because I was a military police canine handler. I was a military policeman.
Oh shit!
I was a dog handler. Yeah, I was the guy that was chasing after that lieutenant after you sold him some weed.
You're right, Arthur.
And listen. But every dude, I used to work with the Army all the time because of the canine. We used to cross over and do like missions. Like I went to Iraq twice, and I was with the infantry, 3rd Infantry, 7th Regiment. I was with the what else were they called? The one from Germany, Ironsides. That one. Yeah, I was with that unit. The one from Hawaii, the Tropical Lightning. I was with a couple different infantry units in Iraq that I was there 2 times. So I served with them. So I know what mortar guys are and blah, 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 etc. Because I worked with infantry units. I was their counter IED dog, you know.
Thank you, brother.
Counter IED guy. Great.
Huh? Yeah, and
that's great. So, hey, my brother has survivor's remorse. He was a commander. Well, he was a SFC.
Sergeant
7. Yeah, and he was the only survivor of an IED blast in his Humvee.
Man,
all his soldiers.
Soldiers, oh yeah, those IEDs used to wreak havoc.
3 of them, I think 3 of them died, and 2 lost their legs or something like that. But my brother had survivor's remorse because he didn't get a scratch on him.
Damn.
Well, I was out there looking for those things. I was out there looking for them things in the ground before. You got, for the tanks and everything can roll over them. So it was fucking, the next step could be your last out there. So you had to have your nuts sewed on real tight, because I'm relying on a dog. You know what I'm saying? And,
he was paralyzed too. I don't know if you want to talk about that. Yeah, he was paralyzed, bro.
Well, I was told I was never going to walk. I walk with a cane and everything now. I work out though, I'm in good shape. But I had a spinal injury,
Yeah.
But if I wasn't in good shape, I was.
He's in the war. Look, he's in the war. Comes home, has that problem. You're over there, nothing happens, ain't come get shot.
My spinal injury might not have been as bad as yours. So my first fall, like I said, when I was in that firefight in Somalia, and I fell on my back.
Sure.
That was like my first time I ever hurt my back. And then as years went on, it deteriorated. So we wearing that heavy ass gear.
Yeah, I know.
Rucksacks, and it fucked my back up. So I had sciatica really bad. So I was bedridden for 2 months.
Yep.
I'm talking about bedridden. I was crooked. I was like this for 2 months.
Yep. I hear you,
too, man.
You know what I mean? So I know you know what that is. That crookedness.
I was in a wheelchair for a little over a year.
Yeah, I did. Well, I was bedridden for 2 months, man. I was getting all types of shots and epidurals and yeah.
Yeah, but
I
would bump into Army guys that would in the units that I was embedded with. They'd be like, "Man, I should have joined the Navy," because I was telling them about, like because listen, the most expensive real estate is oceanfront property. Those are naval bases. Every place we have a naval base is beachfront property pretty much, and you get the best real estate. You get the living base housing. You get all these great, you know what I mean? You don't have to pay for parking. You go into, you have your own little, they give you a little 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo if you're married, or a 3-bedroom and shit. You don't pay no rent. You just pay your cable bill, leave the air on all fucking day, the heat on all, or whatever you want,
Housing is a motherfucker. Houses like the project. Yeah, I mean, it'd be considered projects. Like you're not paying for shit except your cable, like you said. Maybe your phone.
Yeah, bro.
You don't have to pay for electric, none of that shit.
No, you're not paying for none of that. It's housing.
But then as an MP, I remember like when guys would come back from deployments, and it would be like it would be either a 1st or a 15th, a payday, and they had just got back. They were, from a deployment. That first night, bro, it was like 85 domestic violence calls, like in like fucking 24. Bro, guys were coming home. There was another guy living at the fucking house. Some other guy, listen, bro, some dude came home after 6 months on the ship, and there was another dude. His son was calling dad. I mean, he beat the fuck out of this girl. I mean, he just snapped.
I can imagine. I
know.
That's
what I'm saying.
To me.
And I'm not condoning violence or anything against. I'm just telling psychologically, you're put under a lot of pressure that normal people aren't.
And whether you walk into a situation like that, you can't, like, them women didn't die. Yeah, man, I know some people that got into some crazy shit too, man.
Yeah, there would be I would be coming. Yeah, man, I remember one time, it was this was like in Japan, Yokosuka, Japan. And that ship, the Kitty Hawk, the whole carrier, 5,000 of them. They come back from, the Kitty Hawk. They were out in the Gulf for like 13 months. They didn't even get to see a port. They were just floating out by Iraq. And these dudes came home after 13 months at sea. Oh, they hit that beach, bro. I remember, honestly, I never worked so hard in my life. I arrested 12 people in one night.
Damn.
Just me. And we had like a 185-man security department.
Wow, were they being real disrespectful and drinking and all that shit?
Bro, they were everything you could think of, bro.
All over from a deployment, man, and you got a whole lot of fucking money.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you ready to go get wasted.
Across the street from that base in Japan was called the Hunch. It was all prostitution, strip bars, buy me drink joints. Dude, guys used to crash that fucking place, and we would get the phone calls from the Japanese police. Come get your guy G. Come good day. Like, all right, we're coming. We'd have to send a bus out, like a paddy wagon, like one of them big Ford. We had 3 of them, them big Ford fucking vans that could fit like 30 people in them. We used to send a paddy wagon out. There'd be bar fights, guys, crackhead, skull open. One lady said she got raped in the fucking. Like these were cases that we had to fucking.
I know you're probably trying to be like, yo, come on, dudes, like chill out, like.
Bro, I swear to God, I try to give everybody a break because I don't want to do paperwork on some dumb shit.
You know what's so crazy? Let me tell you a story about an MP. So as I was going through my case and stuff like that, I'm still carrying guns. So I happen to be going on posts. MPs pulled me over. They searching. I'm coming on late. They search late. Usually search at night. So he was like, listen, man. He's like, you got anything? I said, yeah, man. I said, I got a gun under my floor mat. He was like, man, I do not feel like doing this paperwork. He said, get out of here. I said, I was so lucky. I said, I don't remember his name. I said, but if I ever had to do it, I could have been in a whole lot of world of more trouble with that shit.
Because there's that's happened because a lot of people, depending on who you are, you're not allowed to bring a gun on base unless you register it in the armory and all that shit. Exactly. You got to go through a proper thing, right? So most of the time, you would have people that would They lived off base, but they were coming to work, but they forgot they had their gun on them. But since they lived at home, they didn't register it in the armory. Since they lived out in town, they forget. And we would do an inspection on a vehicle because on a military base, you do not have a Fourth Amendment right. We could search you, pull your car over, because that's the condition for coming into a base. We could search you at any time. It says it right on the sign when you drive through. If you don't like it, don't come in. It's that simple. So, you find guy with, this one that would had a gun and all that. I mean, the guy's not 99.9%. You got his ID card. You know what I'm saying? Because then what's going to happen is he's going to have to do a whole fucking report on it. And then it has to go through all this thing. And they're not going to do anything with it anyway. So, I mean, it's like, it's a big waste of fucking time.
That's what he told me. He said, it's a lot of paperwork, dude. He said,
he's right. He's 100% right. Oh, man. 100% right. And my thing was, unless there was a body laying on the ground and you had a gun in your hand and smoke was coming from it, that was about the time when I'm going to take your gun from you.
Right. The smoking gun.
That's the time I'm going to take the gun from you. That's when I'm going to take it off of you.
Wow. Yeah, man. I appreciate you stopping by. We've been on there 2.5. He's got a little ride ahead of him.
I gotta get back to the house.
Listen, we're gonna. He's got a lot of other points.
Shit. So I'm going to start this mentoring program. Actually next Tuesday. I'm a mentor young men. In Myers. Yeah. So I'm gonna start that Tuesday.
Are you looking for people up there? Or just
actually somebody recruited me.
Oh, that's great.
So she recruited me.
But when I do my thing, he'll be with me too.
Whenever he gets started, I've been waiting.
We're gonna come back here and do more shows together.
Definitely. Man. I'll be back. I got some more. I got a lot of shit, man.
Yeah, good, man. Good stuff.
My journey's still going strong.
Positive,
we're all still
positive energy, man.
Yeah. For all the people that talk the shit about the streets, man. The streets lie to you, man.
They sure,
stay away from you, man.
They'll never love you back. That's for sure. Because and you'll go on, and I'll tell you my story later. But because I don't want to go into it. But I used to be a correctional officer too. When I retired from the military, I went and became a federal CO. So every time I bumped into a military prisoner, the first thing I always do, what the fuck happened? You know. Because I want to know, and the military guys, the veterans in the prison, I know I wasn't supposed to play favorites, but I always took a special interest for them. I always did.
That's what the motherfuckers asked me. They said, like, I had one guy, I'll never forget, he looked like Herman, bro. He looked like Herman Munster. He said, what the fuck did somebody do to you? Because he saw how cool and collective I was. And I was like, I told him the story.
I used to break my heart when I used to get that list. You got that BOP, your roster of all your inmates, and you see the code for a military prisoner. Yeah. And the first thing I do is I go, I see the code and I go, where's he at? 109? Immediately I make a beeline. What's going on with you? What the fuck happened? And they, tell me the story, So.
Yep. Because, it's always like, going into the military, you're trying to avoid the shit that we, some of us got into, you know what I mean? So.
That's what saved me because I got.
Circumstances had to be pretty dire, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I hear you. I know. We all fuck up. It's important that we acknowledge, we have to acknowledge it and then try to move forward. That's all.
Definitely. Hey, the people who don't recognize it, they're the people who are never ever going to be able to be in a steady environment of just a good steady mental state of
it's gonna be hard for them. You see so many people that just don't understand, like, as you get older, you see how easy life can be, but we make it hard on ourselves. Yeah, most people, like I said, it's when you get up every day, it's you against you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Rocky was correct. Rocky was correct. It's always you against you in life. You're your worst enemy. You're the only one that sets limitations on yourself. You're the only one that tells yourself you can't, or you this or that, or finds an excuse out of the fucking air. It's all you. It's all you against you. And the most important thing, like with my channel, is I don't glorify gangsters. You understand? I don't glorify it. I'll tell you, the toughest people I met, unfortunately, are going to die behind those walls. Some of and all the other toughest people I met are all buried in Arlington. So they're the toughest people in the world. Where they're either in Arlington or they're going to die in the penitentiary forever. Is it,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Is that really worth it? Is that where you want to go and leave your family? Because you know what I'm saying? And that's important, you know, these kids, because all they do is they see these things and they see the glory, but they never tell them the downside.
Yeah, and then,
they don't see the accountability.
And then I used to see the young kids coming in when I used to be locked up, and they had no idea. Some of them, you know, they were talking like they were going home, and they had a 90-year sentence and shit.
Going home.
Yeah, they didn't get it because they were coming like 17, 18, 19, 20. They didn't get it. They didn't do no living yet, so they don't understand. They can't fathom that
Process.
Yeah. So I used to be like, dude, I ain't never say like, dude, you're not going home. I used to be like, yeah, you know, just saying, yeah.
It's the only thing. It's the hope that keeps them alive. It's that hope they can overturn something or get a case reversed. You know?
And then the vibration right now is fucked up for these kids. The music,
the
music. This shit is they playing out all demon music. That's all they playing for these kids. There's no more R&B. You hear no love songs on the radio.
There's a person out there that gave she was referring to Code and I a moral lecture on smoking pot and talking on the internet. Meanwhile, you kids are playing video games and killing 300 people, watching movies.
Arthur, we'll be back with more, brother. I promise you that.
You too, Arthur. You know what I'm saying? And there you are with a drink and a cigarette in your hand. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, give me a break. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, lady. People smoke cannabis. Cannabis shouldn't be a crime. Everybody fucking knows that.
Exactly. Because
the government that's usually 50 years behind everything is finally starting to catch up. I mean, we got 19 states fully legal.
The best shit for you. It's better than any other drug.
Nothing helped me more. And I told my VA doctor, nothing you ever gave me helped me more than this.
Then them edibles, they take care of me, man. They take care of me. Them edibles, man. And I smoke every now and then, but the edibles, they take care of me. Like, because we go through shit, man.
Oh man, I fight the demon all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely got to go back in that.
You know how you get into that state? I find myself like I can fight it faster now. Like, when you get into that state, like I think I caught myself earlier when you go into you gotta break out of that shit.
Sometimes you get too overconfident and cocky that you think you got him beat down, and that's when he gets you.
Yeah, exactly. So every day's a battle.
And then when he fucks your world up again, you end up yelling at someone or treating someone good who's good to you like crap for a second, maybe with your words, and then you feel like shit after when you come to your fucking senses. Trust me. I know this guy. I fight him all the time.
Exactly. And it's a never-ending cycle. But
trust me, I know that.
I catch it earlier than I did before.
Me too. I know when he's trying to claw out of me. I can feel him.
Yeah, you got to catch. You got to catch it early. So when I feel it, I'll say, "Hold."
Yeah, me too.
You want to feel like this, motherfucker? Is this how you want to feel? Mirror talk. The fuck out this mode. Put a smile on your face. Get back to being a soldier.
I know. We'll wrap some more later for sure, Steve. Nice meeting you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
I'm getting some brother. All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm going to take us out of here. Dear God, Holy Father, thank you for this podcast. I appreciate everything, Lord. Please keep everybody strong, especially our soldiers. Every young person to old person, every addict, anybody who needs just a hand and the hard arms around them. Keep everybody safe, even the enemy. Everybody needs it. We're not perfect. We try. You heard Ed's story. I mean, to get there to that, we know that's your work. A lot of people don't understand it. People are entitled to that, but we know your work. We know your love, and we know one thing. Without you, with you, anything's possible. Without you, nothing can be done. In your name we pray, amen.
Thank you, God. Thank you, ancestors.
God,
thank you, universe.
Yeah. God bless, guys. God bless. See you tomorrow.